what it do?
Ahoy!
What's up? Good Tuesday. What's going on with everybody out there?
Play in Tuesday.
Yeah, play in Tuesday. That's right.
Yeah.
Boy, this day will never be the same.
Play in Tuesday, the Jailblazer doc got released.
Is that tonight?
It's
or is
out
it already
now.
out?
Yeah, don't watch it.
Did you guys watch it?
I did.
You did?
Yeah. Worse than I thought.
Oh.
Absolute warmed over garbage.
Why?
It's pointless. Steve, did you watch it, Steven?
I haven't watched it, no.
I'll be.
I was going to watch it tonight.
I'll be interested because you really like Sheed. You're a Sheed guy, right?
I like Sheed.
I'll be interested
Wow.
to see.
I didn't know there was a Sheed guy.
Yeah,
I like Sheed. I think he was a little overrated, but you know.
because there's some guys in the city that I know a couple dudes that are like full on Sheed guys. Like they love favorite
you,
Blazer.
you
of
know
all time.
Sheed guy?
I know Sheed guy.
They are out there.
Yeah.
There's Sheed guy out there.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that hands down favorite Blazer of all time. I don't get it, but hey, you like the anti-hero.
Well, he was pretty damn good.
He was very good. So I watched it this morning. It was a treadmill watch. I thought it was going to be an inch deep, right? An inch deep. I would have gladly taken an inch deep. It was maybe a centimeter deep. It glosses over everything. Like, it spends the first 30 minutes just building up to the Western Conference Finals, and then it just is like, well, it's mainly about Bob Whitsitt. Like, honestly, if I had to say the number one thing that's about, Bob Whitsitt breaking up a team and then acting as if that team was like, at one point they're like, it could have won back-to-back titles. You went to one Western Conference Finals. It was just, it left me beyond disappointed. I thought it was one of the more pointless documentaries that I've ever seen.
Bro.
And so Dame Bonzi, it was mostly Stoudemire and Rashid. And Rashid comes across, once again, in my opinion, as very unlikable and just, I am who I am, F you.
What do you got to say, Sheed guy?
It sounds right. It sounds about right about Sheed. I mean, that's who he is. Like,
yeah, he's just a D.
He is.
Like, he's just an ass.
Well, aren't they buddies with the guy who made it?
Yeah, I think it was Bonzi, and so Bonzi wanted this made because Bonzi claims that the Sports Illustrated interview, it claims that it took him out of context and that it ruined his career. Bonzi claims that it ruined his career, and
which one was that? What did he say in that?
That was the one where he said, "I don't basically care about the fans, and they can boo all they want. They're still going to ask for our autographs."
Come on, dude.
We did get a Dirt and Sprague.
Oh, are they in it?
At the very end, when they're in 2025, when they kind of honored that team, there's a disembodied voice of Dirt and Sprague talking about that team coming back.
Nice.
Collins in there a little bit. Canzano makes a couple appearances. You got Jeffrey Arnold in there. So it just, it completely glosses over anything other than weed. So it has nothing to do with the Jailblazers. It is about Bonzi Wells, Damon Stoudemire, and Rasheed Wallace and how weed isn't bad, which that's a fair point.
It's not.
Through today's lens, weed is nothing. But can I also point out, at no point were they like, you know what? I know at the time it was kind of viewed as a big deal and it was illegal and you can get arrested for it. So maybe we shouldn't have smoked it on the way back from an NBA game. Like, we could have just waited till we got home to do it. Like, zero accountability, but that's all it was. It was literally just that. Those three guys, and weed's not that bad, and we were misunderstood, and Portland's racist. It just was a weird, I don't know, it was like, that's all I can say. It wasn't about the Jailblazers. It was a documentary-ish about Rasheed Wallace and Damon Stoudemire, and a little about Bonzi Wells, and a lot about Bob Whitsitt, and it was Bob Whitsitt's fault that that team imploded. That hands down. If Bob Whitsitt had just left it alone, they would have won multiple championships.
So what exactly did he do wrong?
He
kind of broke it up.
He broke it up.
Oh, well, he was the one who said, "I'm not a chemistry major."
Yes.
Famously.
Yeah.
Which I thought that's like the one thing I remember about Bob Whitsitt.
Yes.
I probably couldn't even pick him out of a
And
lineup.
he is pretty defiant in there too about, hey man, I had a window and I was told to come in here and do something, and
he did it. He put together a winning team.
Yeah.
A really good team. But so now they're saying that it's his. Wait a minute. I thought it was his fault that they didn't get over the hump.
No, it's Bob Whitsitt's fault.
That they didn't get over the hump. You're saying now it's Bob Whitsitt's fault that he broke it up?
Yes.
I'm assuming I haven't seen it, but what it sounds like is if Whitsitt brought it back, ran it back another year or two, they would have won it all.
They didn't need to bring in Scotty. They didn't need to bring in certainly Sean Kemp. They didn't need to bring in Dale Davis. Let that team merit, according to those guys, had they just left it alone, multiple championships.
So sounds like it's everyone else's fault, not the players.
Yeah.
Classic NBA right there.
Yeah, that's not shocking.
It was
right.
it was a.
Maybe I won't watch it.
I wanted some insight. I wanted something that I didn't know. Give me anything, like any sort of depth, any sort of. I'm not even looking for remorse. Maybe reflection, right? It's like some sort of, hey, I'm older. I mean,
accountability.
I mean, I've had my own checkered past with BYU, right? When I was there and after I left, and me and the church. You're 40-something years old. You can look back on that and not be sorry for what you did, but be like, yeah, I was 20, whatever, and I could have handled things better, and I kind of none of that. It's just, I just thought it was poorly done. I thought it was really, really, it was a poorly done documentary that did not cover any of the things that went on other than some racial tension, weed isn't a big deal anymore, and misunderstood players, even though their actions were the things that led to all of this. It was weird.
All right. So what am I going to watch tonight after the Blazers dominate the Suns in Phoenix, and I'm on a Blazers high?
Oh, you can give that a whirl if you want.
Well, I don't.
It sounds like it'll bring it down a
After
little
your
bit.
ringing endorsement, I don't know that I will.
Well, like I said, I'd be interested because I haven't heard anyone else that because I was listening this morning. I don't think any of the other shows had watched it. I haven't seen any reviews on it. I watched it this morning at 9:30 or 10. I watched it, so I'll be interested to see what other people had to say because some people love that era of the Blazers. That's not my favorite era of Blazers, and so I didn't go in loving those guys. I don't know if I'm biased. I don't think I was. I went in wanting to learn more about it. I mean, I lived through it. I wanted to learn more about it, and I didn't. So I'm just, for me, a giant disappointment, but I'm interested to see what other people think of it. Or if, like me, they're like, well, why the hell did we do that? Why did I waste an hour of my time and learn nothing?
Because you are right. There is a section of Blazer fans that absolutely love Sheed and Bonzi and all those guys.
Yeah.
So it may be catered to them. I also think it sounds like it's going to be catered to the rest of just like the NBA world of saying, look, we didn't do anything wrong. Everything was against us. And yes, there are racial things that go on in Portland for sure.
Yeah.
And it would be a culture shock to come from, playing at North Carolina and come out to Portland for Rasheed. But you can't just blame everything on that.
The NBA really does operate in its own world, doesn't it?
Yeah.
They have like their own ecosystem.
Their own little bubble,
It's
man.
a total bubble.
And once you have an
And you're
opinion, you do not get off that opinion.
Yeah.
That's the thing about the NBA.
And it sounds like that's
right. That's what they're
this
trying to do.
is.
They're trying to say, look, this was never our fault. You hear about the jailblazers. Nothing had to do with us. It was everybody else.
Yeah, at no point does it, it mentions, but at no point does it talk about, other than a brief, there's like a, where they do like a minute long kind of like a time lapse. That's when they mention, they start off with Ruben Patterson. They never mention it, like Quintel Woods, Zach Randolph, any of that stuff. It literally just,
Well, they were later.
but it kind of flies by all of that stuff. And
Still important, though.
It's just,
So they really shouldn't have called it Jailblazers.
no, it should have been Rasheed and Dame. Should have been Damon Stoudemire and Rasheed Wallace, like weed, and weed is no longer
It should have been the 2000 Western Conference Finals.
yes, that's all it was.
Guess I gotta find something new to watch.
And I wanted more. I wanted an in-depth sort of retrospect, and I guess maybe that was asking too much. At least, I will say, Damon at least tried to reflect a little bit on it. No one else at all.
Do you think they'll
I'm just
have
not
a?
into it, bro.
You think they'll have a 30 for 30 or an untold on last night's draft and stash by our Portland Fire? Do you think that's coming soon? Because I'd watch that.
Yeah.
When the dynasty starts in Portland, once they get Zhang Ziyu, yeah.
Yeah.
There will be.
Tank for Zhang.
Tank
A
for Zhang.
dynasty no one knew began.
I do enjoy. I must have watched the reaction of the people in Moda Center at least 9 times as they announced both picks, and everyone was like, "What?"
You told me to watch it. I watched it. I was like,
Isn't
yeah,
it,
it's
isn't
pretty
it
good.
glorious?
It's pretty good. It's pretty
Just
good.
like no one knows what to do, and then one person claps, and then like 8
Yay.
others are like, "I guess." I mean, yeah. Rob's gonna get his new Fire Lashify jersey though. That's exciting.
Dude, I'm all about it.
You're about Lashify, are you?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't believe what they are building. It is so, I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait for it to pop. Now, it's not going to be next year.
No.
Okay, we're going to need some patience.
We're gonna need that 7'4" Chinese gal.
Hey, the Mystics still need shooting,
The bigger tariff's coming.
you know?
The what?
What?
Why are we talking about the Mystic shooting?
Well, what I was making the point of is that around the league, not everybody, like the Mystics still need shooting. The Sonics are rebuilding. Why not us?
The Sonics.
Or I mean, what are they called?
Oh yeah, the Sonics.
Storm.
The Sonics rebuilding.
The Storm. But why not us? Why not the Fire? Like right out of the gate, huh?
Well, it doesn't seem like we're interested in winning, but trust the process.
Well, we won't have any players, but
No, trust the process. Trust
Eventually
the process.
we will.
Trust the process.
I love it.
International stash. That 1 point gal from Germany, boy, Brunhilde's gonna bring the heat.
It's a marathon, not a sprint, Jace.
That's right.
Although they did not build much buzz, now did they?
No. But hey,
that win total's still at 11.5. So.
yeah. By the way, I'm thinking about hitting the under on that. I haven't pulled the trigger on it, but I love over unders because it gives me a season-long rooting interest.
Who's our coach?
I'm thinking about hitting the under.
Some person.
Does anyone?
Do we have a coach yet?
Yeah, we got a coach.
Yeah, there's a coach.
Should I know that?
You probably should.
I probably should too, but
Alex Sarma.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
yeah, obviously.
Anybody?
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, Alex
He
Sarma.
was an assistant coach for the Cavs.
Yep.
Yeah.
He focuses on modern principles of play.
Yep.
Well, of course. Well, who doesn't?
Yep.
I mean, I don't want old principles.
Isn't he like the conditioning guy? Doesn't he have some wild conditioning takes?
What? Really?
Isn't that right? Yeah, he's kind of innovative.
Oh
If
boy,
I remember right.
I'll tell you what. If you told me that, if you looked up his photo,
Yeah, we've seen him.
if you told me that was the Portland Fire coach, I'm not sure I would have believed you. He kind of looks like if you were making like a Mighty Ducks sort of coach, and you needed a coach from like Finland or Norway to be a bench coach in hockey, maybe be a little sinister.
He is British.
He's British?
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say that is a very European hockey look.
He also coached the remix.
Well,
Our remix?
Yeah, our remix.
Look, clearly the pieces are in place.
The resume.
Yeah.
So we talked about this before. He has something called constraints-led approach, CLA,
I like constraints.
and he
big fan.
creates high IQ players through adaptability rather than rigid traditional coaching.
Yeah, well, I like to keep it spicy, man. Who wants rigid coaching?
He's a global expert in this methodology.
Goes without saying. Well, all that experience he had coaching the Finland hockey team, it makes sense that he's bringing that passion to the WNBA.
So he uses environmental constraints rather than just verbal instructions to force players to discover their own solutions, fostering creativity and rapid decision-making.
When he was assistant coach and coached Gunnar Stahl in D2, he was great.
Environmental constraints. Is he putting like an alligator pit out there? Like, what is
fear.
what is an environmental constraint on a basketball court? There's just like a random wall. Like you're heading down the lane and just like a wall pops up. He's like, constraint. Find a way around it.
Just lowers from the floor, yeah.
There you go. I like where we're going with
He
this.
aims to apply analytics, performance science, and data-driven methods not just to gameplay, but to player development, film sessions, and the weight room. His coaching style emphasizes player-led environments, giving athletes autonomy and creating a collaborative culture.
He's like Enterprise. He gives you the tools to be your own boss.
Yeah. His offensive philosophy focuses on specific triggers and high-value shot generation. I love this guy.
Well,
I tell you what.
I just wasn't prepared
What a
that
steal.
he looks like he's 12 and also 55 all at the same time.
I'll tell you what, I want high value shots, not low value shots.
No.
Yeah, high value.
Yeah.
What a steal. I love this. I think you should coach both the Blazers and the Fire.
Sarminator.
I'm just excited about the players that aren't going to be here. That first year in Portland. Go
First
last.
draft pick. Stay over.
Yeah. First year, starting off with a bang. Who's our? She's not coming.
Who's
Go.
the first draft pick? Oh,
The
no.
Lashify Fire are gonna bring it.
Did they
this
get
year.
any players that are coming over here?
Yeah, they got
Or that are
one.
gonna play
They got
her?
one from UConn
Yeah.
who averaged like 6 points.
So
Oh, that's all you need.
Yeah, she was the third. We don't know if she's gonna make the team though.
Your girl got traded. Did you see that?
My gal.
Yeah,
Who got dealt?
your girl.
Who's my girl?
I don't know. What was her name?
Floje?
Yeah. LaFlora. She got traded.
I don't think that's.
Flounder. I think
Yeah.
you called her Flounder at one point.
Yeah, you wanted the Blazer or the Fire to draft her.
Yeah.
And she went a pick later.
The gal out of LSU.
Yeah.
The Valkyrie.
Flage.
Yeah, they traded her.
What?
Yeah. She's already been dealt.
To where? Where's my new favorite team?
I don't know
I
that.
don't know. All right.
But
Go
somebody got her.
Go Lashify Fire.
Listen, here's the point.
Yeah.
All right? Enough of this crap.
Are we having environmental
Tonight-
constraints?
Tonight is Play-In Tuesday.
Boom!
And the Blazers will play the Suns at 7 o'clock. And we're all fired up about it. And it's kind of a big game, but not really. But
Playoffs.
within context here, it kind of is.
Yeah.
Do you believe?
I
And,
do. Well, kind of, maybe.
We're all jacked up about it. And we're going to spend all day taking calls about it.
Hey, I got a little wager on it.
Yeah? Who'd you
I'm
take?
getting points. I think the Zers get it done tonight.
What's the spread?
2.5.
It opened at 4.5. It's already down to 2.5.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Zers are going to win this.
The steam is on the Blazers.
I took the money line.
Love it.
Money line plus money.
Zers are going to win. Calling it right
You know
now.
what? That's why I love Jason. He's a man of the Blazers.
Zers are going to win.
He's a homer.
My Zers.
You love that.
My
love a good no,
my Lashify Blazers are going to win. They're taking it.
Who's the bigger homer? Is it you? Well, no. Sprague's the biggest homer on the station, right?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's Danny.
Oh, Danny.
Danny
Oh,
has
yeah,
never
that's
once said
true.
something negative.
I don't say a lot of positive things about the Blazers. I feel like I love
Is
them.
Sprague number 2? Are you entering the top 3 Blazer homers
I hope so.
here at the fan?
I mean, look, there's no way I'm cracking 1 or 2, but I'd like to get on the medal stand.
yeah. Well, you're doing a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Nice little shift.
Well, I mean, they won the over total for me, so I'm riding a financial windfall this year.
Emotional high.
I'm not putting a lot on this, but you know, it's
I actually think the Suns beat them. So
there's a few bucks.
Wait, what?
Damn you!
yeah,
Come on, man.
the Blazers. Okay, here's the problem. Klingon is so good in the drop coverage, but the Suns eat that up. And so Booker coming off the pick and roll, Colin Gillespie's killed the Blazers this year on the pick and roll.
Uh-oh.
I just think it's
Ah.
it's not a great matchup for the Blazers, but we'll see.
Real breakdown.
I saw the Zers are
Sorry,
15 and 33 against teams above 500 too. Nah, it's my Zers.
There's,
Well, the only way they win is if the Suns don't really care. Is that right?
but I tell you what, I didn't bet on the Suns, even though I think they're going to win and cover because my heart is a Portland
Yeah, you
Trailblazer
can't
heart
bet
right
against
now.
the Zers.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah. Why not the over-under or something?
Nice.
Like, bet the over. It'll be like 150 to 148.
I don't know. I think
you
it
think?
is. The total's
I
low
did.
because it's playoffs, and so
Right.
you playoff basketball.
Is
Everyone,
it playoffs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jim
Play
Morris
in.
says so.
It's playing
Playoffs.
Tuesday. Get on board.
In or
For
off?
God's sakes.
I can't wait for this big Miami-Charlotte game.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be, I mean, guys.
We should probably break before we start talking about Big Eastern Conference playing.
So my breakdown of that game. All right.
Can we talk
I was
about-
just
Can we
kidding.
talk about the Mets getting 3 hits?
Again?
Yeah, we got
That's
shut.
a lot.
Yeah, we got shut out again
Today?
yesterday.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
The Dodgers. Some guy named Robleski got you.
Yeah, never heard of him, but
Yeah, I don't think the Dodgers have even heard of him.
threw 8 scoreless innings, like 3-hit ball.
Yeah, 2 hits. Don't give him.
I don't know. What are we doing?
That's unbelievable.
The Dodgers can just pull guys out of anywhere.
Yes.
It's like you're
Well,
awesome
when you're
now.
going against the Mets.
I'm sitting there and I'm like,
That's
who
a
the
fair point.
F is this? And we can't hit him. Look, I'm not going to lie. Not only were there 3 F words, there may have been a C word dropped yesterday with me watching that game.
They are, I think he is 68 at bats in,
Mm-hmm.
and Frankie Lindor still does not have a home run or an RBI.
Yeah, it's great. Things are going great.
So,
Yeah.
and I think he's hitting 150.
So he's on the trade block for the Steamers.
Well, he's certainly on my bench. I can tell you that. All right, enough about that, guys. Let's get started. We have some big news in the Diana Russini, Mike Vrabel saga.
Oh, yeah.
It is over. Well,
kinda-
not really. She resigned, but not for the reasons that you think.
No.
That's next on The Fan. Hey, I'm seeing here that our fearless leader, Tom Dundon, is getting up some shots
Yeah.
out there before tonight's game.
I learned a couple things today. One, he's a lefty.
Yep.
He's a calf sleeve guy.
Yeah.
And he's got some good crossovers. The jumper, little.
Well, did you see Mark Cuban responded?
Yeah, I guess Cube's hooped with him.
Cube says he used to be able to shoot.
Yeah. Look, he might be a little rusty. The form wasn't the best thing I've ever seen. But again, the dribbles were pretty good.
Yeah, you can tell he used to play some ball.
Yeah, back in the day. That's got to be one of the kind of the cool things about being an NBA owner is you just get to go out on the floor and get up some
You
shots.
think he's just covering up like a tattoo or something with the leg sleeve?
Well, when you're
that was my thought.
When you're his age, aka our age, dude, that Achilles tear, that's like number one fear.
That's true.
If you told me, hey, let's go play basketball, my first thought would be Achilles. So I think you gotta, if you got a little bit of a sore calf, maybe a little something there, you gotta warm that thing up.
So before we get to the real big Diana Russini news, the Northwest Elite Baseball Classic,
yes,
was to be tonight.
The Civil War, if you will, at Hillsborough Stadium.
You can't say that. You've been canceled.
Damn it. The game used to be known as the Civil War between Oregon and Oregon State.
We are going to have to pull you from the air. No, I'm just kidding. No one cares. The Beavers and Ducks were going to play at Hillsborough Stadium. That has been postponed.
Yes.
And, of course, a lot of people assumed it was for weather. It was not for weather, apparently.
Yes. So the official release says that, and this had been rumored. I had heard this. No one had confirmed it. And they're not saying exactly if what the rumor out there is true, but the official report was that Tyler Belleros, a freshman pitcher, was recently involved in an automobile accident resulting in a serious medical condition. We ask Beaver Nation to keep Tyler, his family, and Beaver Baseball in your thoughts and surround them with your support during this time. I won't go into any details about what I heard because, again, no confirmation. This is the first I've actually heard that the accident was true. But if the details of what the rumors are out there, that this is very, very, very serious.
They say he's in serious condition.
Yes. And so if you're taking that as this is the reason why they canceled that game, they didn't cancel the game at 11 o'clock for a 6 o'clock game because of inclement weather. And I don't think they would cancel that if this was something even remotely mid or minor. It sounds like this is a serious, serious thing. So scary stuff down there at Oregon State, and all you can do is thoughts and prayers, and hopefully
T's and P's.
Hopefully
baby.
the worst of the rumors that are circling out there are not true.
So he's 19.
Yeah.
He's a freshman. He's from Huntington Beach High School. He hasn't appeared in a game yet this year.
Yeah.
Tyler Belleros is his name. All right, so Russini. I keep wanting to say retired. She didn't retire. She quit.
Yeah.
Resigned.
Well,
God.
it's like a coach resigns when the axe is about ready to fall.
Well, I want to read you her statement.
Yeah.
Because it's quite defiant.
Mm-hmm.
She, of course, the athletic reporter who was seen canoodling with Mike Vrabel in Sedona, Arizona.
Yeah.
Even my kids were talking about this the other day. Like, they are onto this.
Yeah.
Like, this is a big story.
Well, in a kind of a weird time in the NFL where right before the draft where nothing was really jumping up, this kind of became NFL news. And NFL news is usually the biggest news in sports. And whether she likes it or not, she put herself at the forefront of this. I said Mike Vrabel, by the way, but nothing's going to happen to him.
No. The Patriots are like, business as usual over here.
Yeah,
Oh, you made the Super Bowl last year? Cool. What do we got in the draft going
What
on?
happened anyway?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. Mike's fine.
So Russini said, and she had been, apparently the Athletic was like investigating her.
They had sidelined her while they went through an investigation to check whether or not she was getting information because of,
So she went back to them and said, hey,
relationships.
this is a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, well, we'll stand by you.
Yeah.
And then as more and more information came out and they started digging into it, they were like, our opinion has changed. And then, of course, she says, forget it. I'm just going to quit.
Yeah.
So she said, I've covered the NFL with professionalism and dedication throughout my career, and I stand behind every story I have ever published. When the Page 6 item first appeared, The Athletic supported me unequivocally, expressed confidence in my work and pride in my journalism. For that, I am grateful. In the days that followed, unfortunately, commentators in various media have engaged in self-feeding speculation that is simply unmoored from the facts. Moreover, this media frenzy is hurtling forward without regard for the review process The Athletic is trying to complete. It continues to escalate, fueled by repeated leaks, and I have no interest in submitting to a public inquiry that has already caused far more damage than I'm willing to accept. Rather than allowing this to continue, I have decided to step aside now before my current contract expires on June 30th. I do so not because I accept the narrative that has been constructed around this episode, but because I refuse to lend it further oxygen or let it define me or my career.
What a crock of absolute great. Way to blame everyone else and take zero accountability for your own actions. So she takes zero accountability, no apologies, no nothing. She's very proud of her career, stands by all her stories, and even though she's done nothing, she's decided to quit as opposed to let the investigation clear her name as she said it would because of, quote, leaks. And by leaks, you mean other people telling stories that everyone knows that you have had this reputation for years. And when you're covering people, you're not allowed to sleep with them to get information or sleep with them and then use the information that you get. That's kind of a reporter 101. Get out of here with that. That's just...
Sounds like she's in denial.
That's just garbage.
It's our fault for seeing the pictures and seeing them holding hands,
It's
interlocking
garbage.
fingers, and assuming that they are romantically together.
Yeah.
That's on us, guys.
That's
my bad.
This is such
I got to be better.
It's pathetic.
So then the...
Once again, I would like to point out, her career as a sports reporter is probably over. And we said that at the beginning. This is hard stuff. Like, you don't recover from this for the most part. It takes something pretty miraculous for you to bounce back from this, and I don't think she does.
So the Ginsburg is the guy's name. He's the head of the Athletic.
Yeah.
He originally said that the photos lacked essential context. And now he has said this. When this situation was brought to our attention last week, there were clear concerns, but we received a detailed explanation, and it was our instinct to support and defend a colleague while we continued to review the matter.
Which, by the way, good for them for, sticking by them and hey, let's see what happens here.
As additional information emerged, new questions were raised that became part of our investigation. While our investigation into Diana's conduct was ongoing, she chose to resign.
Yeah.
So,
which, by the way, when someone starts looking into your conduct and you quit, that usually means you know what they're going to find. But before anyone, Richard Nixon, I'm going to resign, but, hey, I didn't do anything wrong, but just going to step away here before any further digging goes.
So she's still sticking by that whole story that
apparently
that it's like it was a girls' hiking trip and dudes were vacationing together at some romantic resort with Mike Vrabel in Sedona,
evidently.
and they just happened to run into each other.
Yeah, happened to hold hands
and hold hands and interlock
snuggle.
fingers
Yeah.
and snuggle. Oh yeah, no big
It was
deal.
weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Coincidence.
And now the 7 or 8 other rumors about her that have been going around for years that all of a sudden seem to be gaining some traction. Stand by every story. No, I get standing by the story. I mean, I'm sure what she writes is true. I don't think she's making stories up. But again, if you're covering a subject for a news agency, you can't be stooping the people that you're covering. That's not objective reporting.
She's claiming she's not.
Oh yeah.
So
but she's decided to step down.
In your face. Yeah, well, it's you. It's people like you, talking heads.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's our fault.
Yeah.
It's just
that's what she said.
It's just like when Jason Giambi apologized but wouldn't say what he's apologizing for.
Hey, I accepted that apology. Okay.
Let's not talk.
It's like
about
a blanket apology.
Yes.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Look, I'm sorry for everything. All of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love these things. I mean, I would feel bad for her, but I can't because it's your own doing, and you're still going to try to do this Lance Armstrong defiant bullcrap and blame other people for your own actions. Oh no, it's the consequences of my actions, which I've been doing for 15 years. Oh.
So she'll probably be Secretary of Commerce before what? What do you think? Give her a couple months?
She'll be on that Joy Taylor podcast, and they can be bitter and angry together about how the system chewed them up and spit them out. And
they should have Rashid and Bonzi on there.
There you go.
Everybody can
reunion on primetime.
Non-accountability podcast, I guess. All right, you are going to get a throwback. Do you like audio on the radio?
Love it.
I've got some throwback audio that happened over the weekend. It was kind of cool, and we'll get to that next on The Fan.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This update brought to you by A&E Plumbing, Heating, and Air, serving Portland, Southwest Washington, and the Gorge, online at aneheatingandcooling.com. It's hard to stop a train. First on The Fan, Portland Trailblazers in the playoffs tonight. Well, the play-in game taking on the Suns down in Phoenix for the 7th seed. Suns open up as 4.5 favorites. Bentley has fallen down to Suns favored by 2.5. Winner takes on the Spurs in the first round. And then earlier it'll be Miami taking on Charlotte in the Eastern Conference 9-10 game. Winner of that one faces the loser of Magic Philadelphia game tomorrow. Hornets 5.5-point favorites. Oregon State basketball got another couple good transfers today. Fresno State wing Deshaun Gorey, he's going to Oregon State. He was all Mountain West last year, averaging 14 points as a freshman. He was also got a commitment from Grand Canyon big man Dennis Evans Jr., who initially went to Louisville as a top 25 recruit. NFL reporter Diana Russini has resigned from The Athletic. Russini said in a statement that she's resigning for now because she refuses to lend the situation further oxygen or to let it define her or her career. Of course, she's talking about her and Mike Vrabel. Former Michigan coach Sharon Moore, he's avoiding jail time. Instead, he was sentenced to 18 months probation and fined just over $1,000 for his role in having a relationship with a staff member and confronting her at her apartment after they broke up. Milwaukee Brewers outfielder designated hitter Christian Yelich, he's expected to miss about a month with an adductor strain. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
What do you think Shia LaBeouf's doing right now?
It's a good question.
Drugs, probably.
Yeah, it's safe bet. Booze,
Yeah.
you know, drugs, booze. I think on any point, on any day, after, because I'm assuming he's one of those wake up about 2:30 guys. So it also depends time zone, but I think anything from about 2:30 in the afternoon till probably 2:30 at night, maybe 3. Safe bet is drugs and
Yeah,
alcohol.
if you're making a betting market and you put drugs and booze like as a combined choice, that is the overwhelming favorite.
Whores as well, like you could
Yeah, that
throw
would probably be the second place.
Do you want to be hanging out with him? Like, if I could portal you to him right now?
I'm not gonna lie. For one like night, I check.
I mean, like right now.
Oh, well, no, it's playing Tuesday.
No.
I got.
What if he's big into the Blazers and Suns game?
Well, then maybe.
You gonna watch it?
He's at the game. He's in Phoenix.
But yeah, I mean, playing Tuesday. I mean, it's if you caught me like on like if you caught me yesterday, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, wait. If they lose, they play tomorrow. When's the game?
So they play Friday.
Friday,
Friday.
because you got to travel.
You know, it's the NBA playoffs. They take at least 7 months to finish the first round.
This will be over in August.
Like you can get me with anything. Like the Lenny Dykstras of the world, horrible people. You don't want to spend any real amount of time with them. But for one night in New Orleans, if you told me that Shia was like, dude, get down to New Orleans for one night, you gotta go. You got to. Lenny in New York, one night. Lenny Dykstra
No
in New York.
chance.
You got to go.
I'm not doing that.
You got to go.
No.
That guy's that no. I want no part of that guy. Shia, yeah, maybe,
Yeah.
but only from a distance.
Well, look, you don't have to get into what he's getting into.
Same room.
Yeah.
I'd be interested.
Maybe arm's length, but
You don't? I feel like if you're with Shia LaBeouf and he starts doing stuff, you're going to feel the pressure like, yeah, I got to do this
yeah,
too.
probably. But,
Yeah.
hey, when in Rome. Like, you got to see it. It's one time.
You got to shout down some people.
Well, you might get into a tussle or two.
Yeah, you got to act all tough and fight. I mean, you have to fight.
That's all right.
You know, you got to fight the gays probably.
Oh, I love the gays,
Remember,
though.
he wants you to be gay on the other
Yeah.
side of the room.
It's okay to be gay, just be gay over there.
That's true. Nah. That's tough.
No.
It's a tough one.
All right.
No.
I've got some nostalgic audio for you.
Okay.
And this was Rich Eisen
Yeah, this was cool.
over the weekend. I thought this was great.
Yeah.
So they put Rich Eisen back on SportsCenter this weekend.
And did the whole setup
So the
right out of the 90s.
the SportsCenter studio that he was in is a throwback studio
Yeah.
to his old studio. And then this was the intro.
Tonight on SportsCenter, Sunday at the Masters, filled with drama as usual. But by the end of the day, Augusta has a new usual. Rory slipping on the green jacket again. We're all over the back-to-back, which makes sense because this show is kind of all about throwbacks, like what we saw on the ice in D.C. Speaking of looking at the rear view, The NBA regular season is in the books. It's playoff time. We'll hit you with what's next. So get in your steps and think outside the box, because you simply can't get caught napping. This show is a 90-minute hang. Time to bust out the whooping stick with SportsCenter next. Well, hello there. Who says you can't go home again? 23 years after the last time I was fortunate to say this from ESPN headquarters in Bristol, Connecticut. Welcome to SportsCenter. I am Rich Eisen. Coming up, is this the end of Alex Ovechkin's playing career? The NBA regular season is definitely over. We'll break down all the matchups for you and stroll you down a bunch of SportsCenter memory lane tonight on this throwback 90-minute edition that begins with the tradition unlike any other. The
How about
Masters.
that?
Very cool. I
love 23 years?
love
Bro, he quit SportsCenter or whatever happened with him at SportsCenter
Yeah.
before you and I even got together.
I know, it's crazy because I don't think that it's been that long.
Well, he doesn't seem that old.
No. Although when you see photos, like I think of Rich Eisen as Rich Eisen now, but if you Google Rich Eisen, like ESPN, like he had a full head of hair. Like he looked like he was 12.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh, he did. Well,
Like the Scott Van Pelt one throws me off when I see him with hair back in the day.
Van Peasy had hair?
Yeah, at ESPN.
Yeah.
He had hair. And that's how old these guys are, is they all used to have hair.
Yeah, when Rich Eisen was originally at ESPN, he had a full head of hair.
Van Peasy's 59.
How
You know
old
that?
is
Eisen's 56.
56? Okay, so they're not that much older than us. They just, that was the beginning of their career. I think of Eisen.
Boy.
If you would have asked me how long it's been since he's been at ESPN, I'd say maybe 15 years.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to say 23.
Yeah, Scott Van Pelt had a nice head of hair, didn't he?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Looked like a completely different dude.
Yep.
I wonder when the moment was he actually.
When he gave it up.
Yeah.
Because he didn't have the glasses or anything. He was.
No, he was handsome.
Yeah, he was
fella.
handsome fella. Well, he still
Not
is. He
anymore.
just,
Now look at him.
All bald people are ugly.
Yeah, all bald people are ugly.
Nice.
Rob,
Oh, he's not ugly.
you anti-bald piece of crap.
But he's not. Well, hey.
You're baldest.
Name calling.
You are a baldest. I don't like it.
He's not exactly handsome. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I'm talking about him, not
A
you.
lot of people
I
would
don't care.
disagree.
Although,
Bald people have a connection.
do you?
We'll stand up for our own.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I thought that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was cool.
And Rich Eisen's awesome. I don't know why they did that, but
I have no idea. Just kind of a nice, I don't know, like tip of the cap. Because it was a big deal. Remember, like, who's the crazy guy now? Oberman and Dan Patrick came back and did a Sports Center number of years ago together, and it's kind of cool to see like an old throwback to that, because like that's my peak ESPN. Like when I think of Sports Center's heyday, I think of Patrick and Oberman. Like those two together, that's kind of my sweet spot.
There's no chance that they could do something like Sports Center again and make it popular, right?
I don't think so. I mean,
Like if you got the right, I guess if you got
Well,
the right people in there.
Van
could it-
Pelt.
he's.
I mean, they've kind of done that with Van Pelt's
I guess.
show.
I mean, it's.
That's
I'll
about
tell you-
as good as you're gonna do.
I'll tell you what. That's the only relevant Sports Center anymore is the Van Pelt one.
Yeah.
Like I guess if Rich Eisen did his own Sports Center, maybe it'd be success. Like Van Pelt does his own. Like, hey, this is the
Maybe.
Rich Eisen Sports Center.
Well, they always like at ESPN. They kind of went down this road of, well, the talent doesn't matter; it's the content.
Yeah.
And that's just not true.
No.
Like what we're finding is that we like the Van Pelts and the Rich Eisens, and we loved when Dan Patrick and Keith Olbermann were on there together. They had a great chemistry.
That ESPN book, I forget what it's called.
They have all the fun.
They have all the fun. I read that thing, and some of the early guys, like the Chris Bermans and stuff, talked about that the ESPN did not like that people were becoming stars. Their ESPN's motto was they want any Tom, Dick, or Harry to get in there, and they really tried hard to suppress the Dan Patricks and the Chris Bermans of the world because they didn't want them to become big stars because they would have to pay them.
Pay them, yeah.
And it didn't work. I mean, ESPN during its heyday worked because of the stars that they had.
Well-
Stuart Scott was a huge deal, and Dan Patrick and Keith Olbermann and Linda Cohn was one of the first like big female anchors that I ever remember being a national. Kenny Mayne was a big deal.
But it kind of did work because they ran them all out.
They ran them out.
And
Yeah.
now they just, I don't know. I think they just pay. I think they have some pretty good guys on there now.
Yeah.
Or gal, all of them.
Yeah.
Like they do a good job. It's just not the same as before.
No, they ran a lot of the big ones out because of that, and it's just a different time where I'm not certain that you can be a star. I don't think you can build the star that those other anchors built back in the 90s. I don't think you can do that in today's world. It's very hard.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what Olbermann's doing now.
He's
got a podcast.
He's a political. He's a lot.
The Countdown with Keith Olbermann podcast.
Yeah, because he went on and did political stuff, and then he really went hard left. Like he's out there a bit. He's pretty controversial.
All right, you want more audio?
Yeah, what do you got? Well, we should probably break.
I tell you what I got. I have Oregon walk-on audio.
Oh, catch the fever.
What do you think about that?
I didn't know I needed Oregon walk-on fever, but
Bingo.
Okay.
You do.
Wow.
And that's coming up next here on 105.1 The Fan. Well, we've been derailed.
We really have. Am I going to need to apologize?
And it's not our fault this time.
No. Well, it might be mine.
Well,
but
yeah.
Come on!
Well, your sweatshirt says Hitman.
yeah.
I assume that's a Brett the Hitman Hart.
That is a Brett the
Sweatshirt.
Hitman. It is
Does it say Hitman?
It is white and pink. Now, the problem is that when we're doing the show, I tend to be a lean-in guy. I tend to lean into my mic and rest my hand on the table here, and it covers up part of my shirt.
So it's Hitman with like cute little pink stars and stuff.
Yeah.
Somebody on YouTube noticed that when your microphone covers just the right spot on your chest,
Like,
it looks like your shirt says Hitler.
yeah. And I was like, what? And then I saw the photo of it, and I went, yeah.
The screenshot is
Yeah.
very
damning.
much. It is quite damning.
Yeah. Well, the cursive N looks like an R, and the HIT clearly is visible.
It's hit.
It
I
certainly.
think you planned this.
It certainly has an appearance of that. Now, to be fair to me,
Secret Hitler?
it does appear to be a secret Hitler. If you're going to wear a Hitler sweatshirt, I don't know if pink is
With stars.
Is the pink and
Well,
the stars.
What you've tried to do here is throw people off the scent. I know you.
Yeah,
And you said, watch this.
boy.
I'm going to wear my Hitman sweatshirt, and I'm going to put the microphone just right, and I'll be able to have it say Hitler. Because you're smart enough to know you can't wear a Hitler sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Because that would be problematic.
I would think so. Rob did ask during the break, what would happen if you did wear a Hitler sweatshirt? I think I got a good idea.
You'd have to Rossini resign.
I think
on that
so.
one.
Yeah, I think there'd be an investigation.
Because everyone's talking about you, this made-up narrative about you.
It's a sick sweatshirt. Like Brother Hitman Hart's awesome.
He's my
But
favorite wrestler. Of
Hitler was not.
no.
Hitler, no.
And
not
therein
great.
lies the problem.
Bret Hart, yes. I'll tell you, of all the things I was thinking when I just randomly grabbed a sweatshirt this morning, it was not, hey, I wonder if this sweatshirt looks like Hitler. Yeah, that's a new one.
I'm asking where the white power rankings go.
Yeah, and it is white. I mean, it's
Apparently they don't like the blacks. They're
my
trying to get
mom
them
is
back.
adorably racist. It's not the best. I didn't see
You
that
just
one.
keep doing it.
I didn't see that one coming. That was when Dusty came in and said, "Hey, this is a precautionary." I was like, "Oh God, what now?" Yeah.
Well, okay, so now Dusty has us thinking about what's on our shirts
Well,
and what it will read when a microphone's in front of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Come on.
He came into me and was like, one of your hosts is wearing an offensive shirt. And I'm like, what? I'm looking around. What's going on? Oh, and then he showed me. I'm like,
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
he sure is. isn't
Well, I
he?
was getting ready to push back until I was like, "That's shut up about that one."
Yeah.
Damn it!
Well, I think you should issue a preemptive apology.
Just so you know, Hitman, not Hitler.
Yeah.
If you just
Uh-oh.
move the mic.
Slide
move the
over.
mic and like slide it so everyone can see
Slide.
Hitman.
Slide.
There.
Secret Hitler?
there's a drop for everything. For God's sakes, you know what? As this, the narrative that's out there that other people are, it's ridiculous. This aggression will not stand,
And therefore I quit.
and therefore I resign.
All right. We were going to get to some cool Oregon walk-on audio.
Yeah, right before the Hitler sweatshirt came into play.
Yeah.
You know.
Right before you did it again. It's unbelievable. Like, this guy's right. The amount of souk drops we have that align with this subject,
Yeah,
it's incredible.
It's very problematic.
Yeah.
I already had the Civil War drop
I
earlier
wish
today.
I could have more white things.
Damn it. Yeah, it's not good.
Hell, I'm resigning now. By proxy.
Show again, much like my driveway, this has become a show problem.
I guess I need to update my resume.
Maybe this is a ploy by Steven. He's like, hey, Sook, why don't you wear this Hitman shirt today?
you gave it to
Slide
me.
right in.
Hey, Sook, could you move a little to your left?
Just I need you
No,
to
no, a
slide
little bit
in,
to your right.
little
Right
over.
there. Perfect. You're fired.
Just gonna fold
And
it.
screenshot.
Just gonna
Send it to Dusty.
fold it over.
Although that looks worse.
Maybe
Now-
some duct tape.
Yeah, Dusty got an anonymous text from someone. I don't know. Maybe me. And then it said Hitler.
Hey, your hosts are
looks like a duck.
wearing inappropriate material.
At least my tattoos are covered up. That's a little.
Yeah.
And I'm
yeah.
wearing
You want to show him your Hitler tattoo? God.
my tattoos are coming up, and I'm wearing a hat, so at least I'm not bald. So there's
We already got a baldist on the show. I mean,
Exactly.
jeez.
Better than a racist.
Could have been worse.
All right. Well, we'll get back on track probably.
Maybe.
In our next segment, we're going to hear Oregon walk-on audio on the Fan.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, it is Play-In Tuesday for your Portland Trailblazers. They're on the road tonight, taking on the Phoenix Suns. Winner of that game will get the number 7 seed in the Western Conference. Suns opened up as a 4.5-point favorite, but that betting line has fallen all the way down to 2.5 right now. Winner takes on the Spurs in the first round. Some sad news. The Oregon State-Oregon baseball game in Hillsborough today was canceled. Oregon State put out a statement saying the game was canceled sadly because Beaver pitcher Tyler Belarus was involved in an automobile accident resulting in a serious medical condition. There have been no other updates that have been made on that situation. Oregon State basketball got a couple commitments today in the transfer portal. Fresno State wing Deshaun Gorey is heading to Corvallis. Gorey was an all-Mountain West honor last year, averaging almost 14 points as a freshman. Beavers also got a commitment from Grand Canyon center Dennis Evans Jr., the 7'2 center. Initially went to Louisville, was a top 25 recruit. NFL reporter Diana Russini, she has resigned from The Athletic today. Russini said in a statement that she is resigning for now because she refuses to lend the situation further oxygen or let it define her career or herself. Former Michigan coach Sharon Moore, he's going to avoid jail time, but instead he was sentenced to 18 months probation and fined just over $1,000 for his role in having a relationship with a staff member and then confronted her at her apartment after they broke up. Milwaukee Brewers outfielder and designated hitter Christian Yelich, he's expected to miss at least a month with an adductor strain. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Nice to have you along. Playing Tuesday. I think the Hornets Heat game about ready to get underway.
I believe you are correct.
Hell yeah. I'll keep it on baseball for now. And then Suns Blazers at 7 tonight.
Nightcap.
The nightcap, yes. So this comes to us from Coach Kenny Dillingham's Twitter.
Okay.
From when he was at Oregon. He posted this. I thought I'd play it for you because I know how much you love guys like this. So,
Is this
Coach,
the overzealous walk-on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what this is.
I always had a great relationship with those guys. They loved me too.
Well, Dillingham tweeted, "This is truly incredible. Middle of practice, Bucky Irving says, 'Coach, there's a guy over there in the trees. He's taking notes.' He was right. This is an incredible story." And he posted a video of Will Stratton. Do you know Will Stratton for the Ducks?
Stratton, yes.
He's from Honolulu. He is a redshirt freshman. He got into a few games on special teams, but that's about it last year. But this is him telling the story. I don't know, this appears to be in the Ducks facility at some point, but Dillingham posted it because he was there. And Bucky Irving said, "Hey, dude, there's a dude in the trees taking notes." I would assume Chip Kelly would have brought out the AR-14.
Yeah, or 15.
I mean, 15.
16, whatever it takes. 14, 16, whatever it takes.
Chip likes the 14s, but okay, AR-15. Yeah, he would have, they would have thought it was a spy or something. You know how.
Yeah, you're not allowed to.
Yeah, you can't
not allowed
do that.
to be lurking in the bushes.
So here's Will Stratton telling that story.
Do whatever it takes. Make the team. There's no other option for me.
Now, what about Will? Was there ever a time that you was watching practice?
Crazy thing was when I was a student here, and when y'all was playing the 23 season, back when we had the regular fields, there used to be trees over there, and I was like, whatever it takes. I'm gonna go watch practice. I'm gonna study, and I was hiding under a tree. There's a little ramp though, and I'm just taking notes. Just to understand the defense, I knew I was gonna get a shot. I just throw myself in, so I was betting on myself, and yeah, I had a whole notebook. Got caught. Kenny Farr came down.
Chased this guy outside the gates down the street. This guy was on his bike riding away from me. I yelled at him to stop. I went over and talked to him, told me that's not the way to do it. And he said he just wanted to be part of the team. Man, surprise, surprise, a few months later, guys were reporting, new walk-on guys were reporting to our team, and sure enough, there's my guy, Will Stratton, man. Super hard worker, man, selfless, great teammate, plays hard. You just really tell he loves football and loves the Oregon Ducks.
What does it mean for you, Will? You went through all this stuff to get here, like laid in the trees, like camo. What does it mean for you to be a part of the world of this? Like, what does it mean for you personally?
Personally, I would say like it's a whole lot of gratitude. Grateful for all the coaches, all the staff. If we're able to just keep putting the right foot forward, like have a grateful mindset, just attack one day at a time, it's gonna come.
There's your guy.
Yeah. That's a really cool story.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Now, I have a question about this.
Yeah.
If I were hiding in the trees and watching Oregon practice
Yes.
every day,
Yeah.
how much could I pick up?
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like,
You
he's
not-
like, oh, an old notebook. Like, really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's one thing. I mean, obviously that guy is viewing it for the lens of someone that's studying football.
Yeah, he's trying to make the team.
He's
so
trying to make the team.
Yeah.
You could pick up stuff. I mean, Lanning said, in one of the things that I read, Lanning said that he looked at the notebook and there was nothing harmful.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was nothing harmful in there that could be used for, because he made him show him the notebook. You know, it'd be one thing if you're in there and you're talking about blitz tendencies, or you were talking about like what they like to do on third down. That's advanced scouting. You can't have that. But if you're there and you're trying to figure out, I don't know, yeah, kind of the basics of what they want their linebackers to do, what they're asking their linebackers to do, base formations, things like that, I guess you could pick up a little bit. Now, to be honest with you, that didn't help you become a walk-on. That's more of one of those, it just shows you how dedicated and how much it meant to that kid. But does he have an advantage over another walk-on by doing that? No, you really don't. That's not what makes
That's
you.
kind of what I was like, I mean, cool story.
Yeah, it is a cool story.
Seems like a good kid.
Yeah.
And, you know, the whole whatever it takes thing, that's sellable. You know, you can sell that to your young men.
That's what that is, yes.
You know, but is there really a lot there?
No.
It doesn't.
There's not. There's not.
It wouldn't seem it.
If I was an offensive, especially if I was an offensive lineman and I was watching the team that I was playing,
Yeah. Like, what would you look for?
I mean,
so you're a center. You're at BYU.
Yeah.
You're getting ready to play Hawaii in that big game that you guys got smoked by 80 points. So you probably should have scouted their practice.
Probably.
I set you in the stands for their practice. I give you binoculars, a pen, and a notebook. What are you getting from that? What are you looking for?
I mean, again, if I was doing one specific game, I could, you could try to pick something up. But if you're just watching in general practices, again, it goes back to not much. You would basically be learning about how their defense wants you to behave, what they want out of their linebackers. Like, as an offensive lineman, how do they like their sets? Are they playing more of a 3-step or a 7-step, 5-step drop game? Do they slide their protections more than other teams?
Don't you get that on film?
Yeah, you get it on film.
I mean,
it's
again,
it's a neat story. That's all I can say. And this is what drives me crazy a little bit about the Rudy stories is we like to Hollywood these things up, but they're not real. They don't do anything. Like he gets like in the story that was written up about this, they compare it to Bryce Betcher. Well, no, Bryce Betcher was good. Like he just. Bryce Betcher did not become an All-American, All-Conference linebacker because of stuff like this. We always want to make the Disney kind of remember the Titans sort of thing, and that's just not the reality of it.
Well, there's a new one too. There's a guy. He played at Eastern Michigan, Freddie McGee III, and he's standing outside the Detroit Lions practice facility with a sign that says, "Hey, I got no agent, but give me a shot," and it has his stats from the Arena League.
Yeah.
And everyone's trying to make this a big deal, like they need to go out and sign this guy. It's like, or he's been out of college for 3 years. He's played in the Arena League.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate the hustle.
Yes.
Right. It's like that's how you.
It's just I will say that if you have the ability to play and you're not a complete wasting your time, some of that is perseverance. And that does demonstrate to a coach that you are willing to do
whatever
it takes.
That's the whole point.
That's the whole point.
Yeah,
but at the same time, you have to be good. Like
the
Stratton
but
kid
that kid played high school football, and he knew that he could have a chance.
Yeah.
So what he's doing is he's like wanting to stand out amongst a bunch of walk-ons who are going to try out for the team.
It's like when you have to make a point on your resume, like an attention
Exactly.
grabber.
Exactly. Yeah.
But when you show up to practice, it really doesn't, like, can you play or can you not? Like, Betcher is a great story, but Betcher could play. When he got on the field, it was like, my God, this kid can play. And most walk-ons can't. But sometimes they can. I mean, there's great walk-on stories out there. It's just we get caught up in the Rudy aspect of it, where if you're 5'0", 100 and nothing, you can watch all the practice you want. You're not gonna play. You have to have the basic skill set. I could try to work my hardest to be a power forward in the NBA, but I'm 6'3", so not gonna happen.
Yeah. All right.
That's a great. It's cute.
Coaches love that stuff.
They do.
They get mileage out of that.
Yes, because it goes to show, and I hate to do this, but coaches often use those kids as stalking horses for the kids that are talented. So what you do is you take the Stratton kid and you go show that to the 5-star defensive end that isn't working the way you want him to, and you're like, well, I need you to be like that kid, and you're used as a prop. You know, it's you're a feel good locker room guy, and there's places for that. I hope he gets some meaningful snaps.
Yeah, well, I mean,
special teams.
He redshirted his freshman year.
Yeah, he's a junior.
And last year he played 3 games on special teams.
Yeah, and that's I will say I knew some guys like that, and their senior year they actually got to like be a real special teams player, or occasionally get in as a backup linebacker. And for those kids, that was enough. For all that work culminated into that. Now, to me, that never made any sense. I'd always tell those kids to go live a real life. Like, this is really hard, and we're getting paid to do it. You're not. But for a lot of those kids, like, that was their culmination. Like, I saw kids like that, and to see them fulfill it, even if it was just to being a special teams player or earning 1 year of a scholarship, even half a season of a scholarship, and getting to, I remember one kid, he got to eat at our training table. Because the walk-ons didn't get, that was back in the day. Now, like, everyone gets it, but I remember, like, if you were a walk-on, you couldn't go eat with us. Like, it was that bad. Like, you had to pay your own way. And I remember this kid, Andrew, and after like 3.5 years of doing this, they gave him a scholarship for his last year, that football season. And the fact that he could go eat with us meant everything to him. And to see that was like really cool. Yeah. Stuff like that.
All right, let's check in on the baseballs. We'll do it next on The Fan. Not a baseball. Where
the Mets still can't hit.
Let's look at. I want you to compare. You're the research team over there.
Yeah, what do you got?
I would like for you to compare the Royals to the Mets.
Team batting average or
offense.
just okay?
Yeah, I'd like to see those numbers.
Because
as much as you bitch about the Mets offense,
boy, we stink.
I'm guessing the Royals is worse.
Let's take a look at runs scored, and then I'll give you some averages. So the Mets have played 17 games, and they have scored a whopping 62 runs.
Yeah. Royals have played 16 games and scored 54 runs.
I will shut up.
Now we are 7-9. Some 7-9 bullsh.
We're 7-10,
which is the new 7-9.
That is the new 7-9. Yes.
And you guys are in last place, I see.
Oh yeah,
that's fantastic.
And it's only getting worse because, dude, we got 2 hit through 8 innings by some guy from the Dodgers I've never even freaking heard of.
Wobleski. He's a reliever.
Number 70? What the hell?
The reason they put him in there is because Roki Sasaki sucks. So they're like, here, you pitch.
Yeah, throw
and
this
he pitched
guy out
8
there.
innings and gave up 2 hits.
2 hits. Yeah, he didn't give up a run.
Shutout.
Because the Mets got 4 hits all night, or maybe 3, and scored a big whopping 0.
Burrow. Anyway, the Dodgers are off to a 12-4 start. That's not shocking to anyone.
Yeah, it turns out they're good.
But if you look at the top of the standings in some of the other divisions, you got some surprise ball clubs up there.
Now, you have won this battle because while I continue to bitch about the Mets offense, we are hitting a robust 228 as a team.
Jesus.
Your Kansas City Royals, a staggering 221. So,
I told you.
Believe it or not, as crappy as our offense is, I give you the Royals offense. At least you have Bobby Witt.
So you can shut up.
We have Juan Soto and his strained calf.
The Pirates are in first place?
Yeah. Who saw that coming?
No one. They're 10-6.
And their guy that they called up stinks too. He hadn't done anything.
Who's that? Oh, the Connor Griffin?
Yeah, Connor Griffin.
I haven't seen him yet.
Does
he look the part?
I've seen him highlights of him stealing a couple bases, but the last time I looked, his numbers stink.
Well, there's a lot of really good rookies this year. You know, that's kind of one of the big talking points in the first month.
Yeah.
Is how many good rookies there are in Major League Baseball.
I'm not really. The one we called up stinks too.
I'm not really sure why that is.
Griffin had 152 this year and 33 at bats.
Yeah,
he's already gotten 33 at bats.
12 strikeouts.
Yeah, he came up pretty early in the season.
Wow. Okay. Well, anyway, there are a lot of good rookies, but I think again this goes back to my point of no one can hit. When I say that, I just mean the standards have changed.
Yeah.
Like when you hit 230, if you have a couple of bombs and a couple of steals,
that's considered good.
That's considered good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know, I just miss the days of Tony Gwynn and Wade Boggs.
Yeah, those
and
days.
Even Ichiro.
Those days are long gone.
And so it's just it's really hard.
I mean, that was the whole Cal Raleigh thing last year. Like, I mean, Cal for his career has been hitting 220, 230. He hits a lot of bombs. I think last year he hit 250, 260, and people were like thrilled over that. The Judge is an exception. Judge hits bombs and he hits for a high average.
Judge is amazing.
Yes.
But like to me, the new standard is a guy like Eugenio Suarez, like the former Mariner, right?
Yeah.
He's back with the Reds.
Yeah.
But that guy, by all accounts, is good.
Yes.
Right? He is a good baseball player in today's game.
Yes.
Do you care to guess what he's hitting?
I'm guessing 230.
230? He's hitting 224. He must have got a couple hits last night.
Yeah.
But yeah, he hits 220. He hit 189 when he returned for at the trade deadline for the Mariners.
Yeah.
He hit 228 in 2025, 232 in 2023. But no, it doesn't matter. No one cares.
So I think of when you give me the modern guy, I think of Schwarber. I think of Schwarber who's going to hit, he's going to hit 40 home runs.
Same guy.
Yeah, he's going to drive in 100. Although
Schwarber's better.
Schwarber's better. Suarez has been a little more uppy downy. Schwarber is just good, but he's going to give you 40 bombs. He's going to knock in 100. But he's going to what's Schwarber hitting this year? Because I know he's hitting power. I think he's like second in the league in home run. I'll bet you Schwarber again is probably hitting 230, 240.
He is at 236.
236.
Last year 240.
Yeah.
He did have one year where he hit 197.
Yeah.
He hit 197 with 47 bombs.
Yeah.
And that's considered good.
I just think that's kind of...
I hate that.
That's kind of where we're at.
It's just hard to watch.
Ohtani's better than that. Ohtani's a guy that'll give you 290 and still hit 40 bombs.
He hits to all fields. He's awesome.
Yeah.
But what's cool too, or I don't know about cool, but different, is that number 4 hitters... I think I read the other day that number 4 hitters no longer hit more home runs than number 1 hitters.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like Schwarber and some of those guys are moving. They're hitting 1 or 2.
Well, right.
Yeah.
So we don't really still operate on the idea of the cleanup hitter. That's not a thing.
The leadoff hitter is not a thing either.
No, they basically just want to put your best hitters up at the top to get the most at bats. That's really all they're doing.
Yeah, because over the season you'll end up getting like 50 more at bats.
Correct. Yeah.
Makes sense.
And it also syncs up with the third time through the order if a starting pitcher is still out there.
Yeah.
If a starting pitcher, because they always say the starting pitcher, oftentimes they don't want them to see the order a third time. So when they're out there and it's the third time through, they may be tiring. You've got your best hitters up there against them.
Yeah. I don't know if you've paid any attention because I was watching the Mets and Dodgers and that Andy Pages. Have you seen that?
He's a steamer.
Oh, this is great. So
picked him up.
Last year he was just like a rando there.
Yeah,
you know,
Pages. Yeah, they liked him. He played a lot.
Yeah, but he was a rando.
But
in the World Series, he was the guy the Blue Jays wanted to face. Oh, Pages is up. Cool. We'll pitch to that guy.
I'd like to point
have
out
all-stars out there.
I think they do. You can. He hit a 2-run blast against us. Turns out that dude's hitting .417 and has like 6 home runs and like 15 RBI. Apparently he's the best. I'm like, what?
And he's like their worst player.
No, apparently now he's their best player because why not? They just
who needs Ohtani? What if they like trade Ohtani now?
They got this Pages guy. Yeah, they're like,
he's also the guy that I think caught did he catch that game winner, the game saver? The guy hit it to the track. Remember at the end of the?
Oh,
that's true. Yeah, he did.
I think that was him.
Well, apparently now he can't be stopped in a shocking development. He's like the best player in baseball, and he was just a rando for the Dodgers. Why not?
Superstar.
Just give him the title now.
You know who has the worst record in Major League Baseball right now?
Who's last played? Like maybe the Rockies?
The Astros.
Oh, that's fun.
6-11. Losers. But also the Twins are in first place. The Rangers are in first place. So you got some, and the Pirates, like we mentioned.
Yeah, you're like 16 games in. Give it time.
I know, but it's always it's always fun to see.
Yeah, I mean the East is weird. I mean the Sox and Blue Jays are bringing up the rear in that. They both stink. You see, Crochet gave up 9 runs, something like that last night.
Yeah, got to get back on the sauce.
Yeah, supposedly the best pitcher in baseball. Whoops.
There were a lot of runs yesterday. A listener was making sure to point that out to me.
Not from the Mets. No, there was not.
Yeah, you guys got shut out.
Yeah,
but other than that,
give me that. Give me there was a lot of runs.
Yeah, so it's just I don't know. Baseball's it's just different. It's just different. It's hard to watch these guys strike out all the time.
Yeah, and I mean there was an article maybe a week ago that we're talking about this and wondering if maybe small ball might make a comeback.
It might. It doesn't seem to. I mean, there's no trend towards it.
Well, again, there's always an adjustment to be made, and if guys aren't getting it out of the park and aren't driving in runs, you're going to have to prioritize something else. You can't go up there and hit 220 if you're not hitting for power. And right now, it's not happening.
Well, I can give you a laundry list of guys who are hitting 220 and not hitting for power, fella. And I mean a laundry list. If you'd like, I'll bring that to the show tomorrow. It might take the whole show for me to get through it.
Yeah. Well, tonight, I'm sure that we'll see a much better result.
What is that from?
I just put in the system. It's for a later branded report of Sergio Garcia, but this is just a golfer announcer that when Sergio breaks his club, the announcer just goes,
Was that Jim Nance?
No.
I think it's Shane Bacon.
Might be.
Well, the Mets have Yamamoto tonight, so he should be a pushover.
I liked it, so I cut it up.
What's the over-under on Mets runs tonight?
It can't be much.
Fire up the under.
2.5 maybe?
Well, it's good that we have a real sport to watch.
Play-in Tuesday.
Play-in NBA basketball.
And I'm sure you know this because being hockey rot, but I am watching right now. This could be the final game of Alex Ovechkin's career.
Yeah, I read that.
He has not officially announced it, but they are eliminated from the playoffs. And
how old is he?
40, I believe. He's the all-time leading goal scorer. He's got nothing left to prove. They're not winning anything else. And he is undecided if he's coming back for another year. He said he did not want a farewell tour, but this may be it. The grade 8 may be shutting it down. I think there's an idea that maybe at the end of the game, if he gets a little emotional, maybe that'll be telling. The Penguins, they played like 2 nights ago, and Sidney Crosby and him have this great rivalry. And at the end of it, the Penguins tried to salute him, and Ovi waved them all off. He was like, nope, no, we're not doing that yet.
And that's the difference between hockey and every other sport.
Yeah. LeBron, meanwhile, has a stupid patch on his jersey celebrating his whatever 25th
His greatness.
Season. His greatness. Have you seen that? LeBron James is literally wearing a patch on his jersey celebrating
him.
LeBron James.
Yeah.
Is this the same guy that had the Chosen One tattooed on his back at the age of 13?
I think it was 16, but
16.
yeah.
Same guy?
Taco Tuesday.
Has anyone ever, but is in the history of sport, has anyone ever worn a patch commemorating themselves?
No, probably not, but I'm going to start tomorrow.
It's commemorating his 23rd season.
Primetime badge.
What?
Yeah. I'm going to have a patch with my face on it, and I'd like you guys to embroider it onto your, you can put it on your Hitler sweatshirt.
Hitman. Hit. Hit.
All right, let's get to in the news. How is Portland doing on the police officer front, you ask? We'll find out next. But first, Stephen with SportsCenter.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, that's right, it is Play-In Tuesday. Portland Trailblazers on the road taking on the Phoenix Suns for the 7th seed tonight. Tip-off around 7 o'clock. Suns opened up as 4.5-point favorites. Betting line has fallen now. Suns 2.5-point favorites. Winner takes on the Spurs in the first round. The Oregon State-Oregon baseball game from Hillsborough was canceled today. Oregon State put out a sad statement saying the game was canceled, sadly because Oregon State pitcher Tyler Belarus was involved in an automobile accident, which resulted in a serious medical condition. No other updates have been made public. Oregon State basketball, they did got a couple of commitments out of the transfer portal. Fresno State wing Deshaun Gorey. He was an All-Mountain West honor last year, averaging almost 14 points as a freshman. They also got a big man, Dennis Evans Jr., 7'2". He'll be a sophomore next year. He was actually a top 25 recruit initially went to Louisville. NFL reporter Diana Russini, she has resigned from The Athletic today. Russini said in a statement she is resigning for now because she refuses to lend the situation further oxygen or let it define her or her career. Former Michigan coach Sharon Moore, he's going to avoid jail time. Instead, he was sentenced to 18 months probation and fined just over $1,000 for his role, and there was a relationship with a staff member, and then confronting her at her apartment after they broke up. Milwaukee Brewers outfielder Christian Yelich, he is expected to miss about a month with an adductor strain. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt, missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
All right, welcome back. It is April 14, 2026. It is time now on our show for In the News. I'm your noted newsman. Hello. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Getting emotional over there, are you?
No, I just smoked some weed.
It's all right. The Blazers say it's cool again.
Do they?
No,
They handing out doobs at the games now?
I don't think you're allowed to do that there.
It is almost 420, so.
Yeah, that's true. Right around the corner.
It's brought to you by the Advocates, injury attorneys at advocateslaw.com. Today is National Grits Day.
I don't eat a lot of grits. I got nothing against grits. I just never make them.
Yeah, I've had very few grits in my life.
I mean, that's more like I think that's more of like a Southern thing, you know?
Oh, yeah. Very much a Southern thing.
Yeah, I mean, if you're down like at a Waffle House or something, I guess you a little grits and gravy or maybe some cheesy grits, but just it's just not on my menu.
But this is the second day in a row we've mentioned grits on the show. It's a 2-day win streak here. Yesterday we were talking about Flo.
Oh yeah,
Kiss my grits.
Yeah.
It is also International Be Kind to Lawyers Day.
Oh, well, there you go. We were just talking about the advocates.
Ken and Donna, yeah, don't yell at them.
Yeah.
Today.
Lawyers don't have the best reputation in the world.
No, but all the bad ones ruin it for the good ones. It's just like talk show hosts.
No.
You know?
We're kind of a douchey profession.
Very much so.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually thinking more like we ruin it for the good ones, but you know, you could look at it. You could look at it one of two ways.
Yeah, that too.
How is Portland doing on the police officer count? You ask.
What does that even mean,
Jason?
Like,
well, we had a shortage.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought like how were the cops doing? How many cops do we have?
Yeah, according to an Oregon Criminal Justice Truth Project report titled "Portland's Police Staffing Crisis." Portland ranks out of 50 major cities when it comes to the number of officers per capita.
Yeah.
Portland ranks. You have any guesses?
How many?
50.
Top 50? We're going to go 38.
47 out of 50.
Not good.
True story.
Well, the
Not
ones that are here are probably making an S ton of money.
But also not at the bottom.
Oh, who's behind us?
Good question. I knew you were going to ask
Thank
that.
you. There's 3 cities that are sucking more than we are.
Bottom line, their ass.
Yeah,
Bloop, bloop,
I have no
bloop.
respect for those
I got to pull up the list.
lawless places.
It says that the report says the staffing levels currently are comparable to what they were in the early 90s, even though the population has grown tremendously. Key findings: delayed police response, chronic understaffing, delays 911 emergency response times across the city.
Yeah.
Number 2, community policing is unattainable. Inadequate staffing limits desired neighborhood-based policing, visibility, and crime prevention.
Seems like a lot of buzzwords, but okay.
Unacceptable crime rates. Inadequate staffing creates perception and reality of an unsafe city, with Portland having the second highest property crime rate in the United States.
Oh, no.
Limits innovative public safety reforms.
Ooh, yeah.
Staffing shortages constrain essential partnerships between police and behavioral health specialists.
I want more innovative, whatever that is.
And it compounds economic problems. Low police staffing and a lack of public safety contribute to business closures, job losses, and declining investor confidence in the city.
Well, that's not good.
No, it's not good. So what do we do about it?
Hire more cops, right?
I think we ask Washington and Clackamas County for $10 million.
Can we borrow cops from them? How are they doing?
So...
I mean, all you can do is hire more cops, right?
Yes.
I mean, that does seem like a fairly... I mean, I'm not saying I'm like a government
get out of here
expert,
with these
but
crazy ideas.
like we pay them a lot. Like every cop I know is doing really, really well right now. It's not a terrible job. It's really not.
Well, I think that a lot of it is, you know...
The attitudes towards them.
Well,
like if
yeah,
you're going to be a cop,
exactly.
you want to go work somewhere else.
Right. There's a perception. Like if I'm a cop, I don't feel supported in Portland.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I do know a lot of cops that feel like that.
Well, yeah.
But at the same time, they like cashing big checks.
I'm sure they do, but it would be nice if there were a synergy and a partnership there.
Yes.
And you felt like somebody had your back, like, oh, I don't know, the city that you work for.
That is,
that would be nice.
100% true. Yes.
And then vice versa. Let's train them well and make sure that they're doing the right things out there.
Yeah.
The cops.
It does feel like that's
come on.
one thing we need to pull our head out of our asses. Like we have, I had a cop buddy of mine once when everyone was yelling and screaming about the police department. He's like, you realize we have one of the more progressive police departments in the entire country. Like we have one of the more diverse police leadership in the country.
Shut up.
Everything that you want, everything that side that yells and screams about cops that you want, Portland does better than just about everyone else. Is it perfect? No. But you should probably settle down and like take your step ladder.
No, you settle down.
Climb out.
Shut up.
All those things that you want police departments to do, the Portland Police Department does better than most.
Yeah. We haven't had a ton of bad police stories here, have we?
We have not. We really don't. We actually do a pretty good job. We just need more of them. Contrary to popular belief, when some people, less cops doesn't make you safer.
Go ahead and climb out of my ass for a while.
Someone said I was put on hold by 911 once. Yeah, that's not good.
I'm going to answer a poll here. It says, do you feel safe? I'm going to see what the...
No.
This is from the study. Where do I live? I live in...
That depends. Do I feel safe? Right now? Sure. Depends on where I'm at.
Mama didn't raise no bitch.
Lloyd Center at 2 in the morning? Not so much.
Don't you hate it when you take a survey because you want to see the results and then they don't tell you?
I know. It pisses me off.
Stupid. I cannot seem to find the other 3 cities that are below Portland.
Are you kidding me?
In terms of staffing?
Yeah.
But I'll keep on it for you.
Yeah.
Because after all, I am a news bulldog.
Yeah. It is one of those things that I kind of feel like our city should probably look into. Just...
Hey, do you want the measles?
Not really.
Portland Centennial Middle School has been identified as a measles exposure site.
Kick ass.
Yes.
I love that we're bringing back diseases, too.
That's right.
We're not hiring cops and we're bringing back diseases. All right.
Things are going great. The public health officials in Multnomah County and the Oregon Health Authority said exposure may have occurred at Centennial Middle School during multiple days in April 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Isn't it crazy that we eradicated diseases and now because of our own stupidity, we're like, come on back.
Between the hours of 9:20 a.m. and 6 p.m. So if you were in there,
be careful.
And you're not vaccinated.
Yeah. I am vaccinated, as are my kids, so I'm not particularly worried about it. Nor should I be hanging out near middle schools. I'm trying to think of the reason why I would be in a middle school, and there's not a good one. I mean, maybe if I was speaking, but what middle school is going to ask me to come speak there, so I think I'm safe.
All right, we have our first meteor shower of the year. It's here, next on The Fan.
streets of West Lynn.
All right, welcome back. This is In the News, April 14. Tax Day Eve. You got your taxes done? Everybody got their...
Yeah, I just finished it this weekend.
Okay, good. Good.
It's really exciting.
Isn't it?
Yeah. I don't have anything creative in my taxes.
What an exciting time.
This new AI, like the TurboTax stuff, that thing gets it done in like 20 minutes. Just breeze through there. I don't have anything complicated. The vast Tucanic fortune is pretty simple.
It's intact.
Yeah. We're all right.
All right, well, so I did find out, so we were telling you that Portland, of the top 50 cities in the United States, Portland is 47th in number of police officers per 1,000 in population.
Yeah.
Okay, 47th. So the bottom three below Portland, so Portland has 1.3 police officers per 1,000 people, which, I don't know, to me that seems like a lot, but...
I don't think it is, no.
It apparently is not, compared to other cities.
Yeah, this was a while back, but I was talking to a cop, and he said there are certain night shifts especially where unless you are actively being assaulted and you call, you're going to be waiting a bit. They just don't have enough people to respond to things. And that obviously is very frustrating for people when your home has been broken into or something's happening and you have to wait for a cop to show up. Because everyone hates cops until you need them to show up.
So the bottom three below Portland are Sacramento,
that hellhole,
Bakersfield, and San Jose.
It's not great.
Also,
San Jose's nice, kind of.
Well, I actually think parts of Sacramento are quite nice.
But not safe, apparently.
Bakersfield, not. But see, here's the thing. We just assume that just because there are fewer police officers per 1,000 people, a place is not safe. But then I give you the top three cities where they have the most police force, and it's 4.7, 4.4, and 4.0 per 1,000. Okay, so triple the police force.
Lots of cops.
Those three cities are Washington, D.C., Chicago, and Detroit.
Well, those are the murder places, too. So.
Well, exactly. Yeah. So is it that maybe, do we need that many police officers if we're not having all these murders? You know what I mean? No, I think D.C. does.
Yeah.
Now, are they complaining of a police officer shortage in D.C.? I don't know if they are.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting.
But it is interesting that we're equating number of police officers with safety, but those three, you could argue, are the least safe cities in the United States.
Well, how about this? It might be one of those things that having more cops having a ton of cops doesn't necessarily mean that you're safe if you have a lot of violent crime. But at the same time, if you don't have police to respond to things, like I do know in Portland, we have a lack of officers. That's not good either. Maybe the truth is somewhere in the middle of those two things, the sweet spot, if you will.
I do the best I can and let the chips fall where they may.
It's wild out there.
Wild out in the streets of West Lynn. I'd be wondering, if you asked people in the city of Portland, do you feel safe? Now, I don't live in the city of Portland. I spent a lot of time in Portland. And
no.
I do feel safe, but I'm also not in unsafe parts of the city. You know?
I feel safe.
I do too, but
I'm also an old white guy.
Yeah, I know.
You know.
I'm not wandering around bad neighborhoods. I'll tell you what, if I was on 122nd Division at 11 o'clock at night, I'm probably not feeling great about it. And if you live in that neighborhood, then I'm guessing your response is quite different than someone that does not. So that's kind of it's a loaded question. Do you feel safe? I will say being in downtown, even at night, roaming from bars and restaurants, I don't feel unsafe at all. But maybe a woman does in that same area.
And with winter clouds clearing up, Jay, skywatchers can get their first good look at meteors this month. April marks the return of Oregon's first major meteor shower of the year. It will peak next week, April 14 through 30.
We love our meteor shower.
Peaking April 22nd through all 3 nights around that peak, April 21 through 23. So expected to be a good little show.
Cool.
So look up there.
If I happen to be outside, but I never remember to go outside and look.
The medium-strength shower typically produces meteors that lack persistent trains, but it can also produce bright fireballs.
And who doesn't love bright fireballs?
Oh, no. They're also saying watching it this year will be a little easier thanks to a waxing crescent moon.
So, there's that.
Bye, bitch.
I couldn't tell you the last time I saw a sky event. It's always like at 2 a.m. or.
It says you will need to get to dark skies away from the city.
Yeah, and again, I'm not driving out to. I'm going on an hour-long drive just to look up. I'm not doing that.
I can watch it on the internet.
Yeah.
So if you
I'll
want
see some photos.
If you want to see them, they oftentimes radiate near Vega, which is a bright bluish star in the eastern sky. So if you're out there driving around in no man's land,
there you go.
Look up that way.
One time I was up at like Mount Hood, and I happened to be outside, and I looked up at night, and I was like, "Oh, that's amazing." And
then you went right back to
doing what I was doing.
Doing it in the hot tub.
But for like 15 minutes, it was really cool.
All right, that's your In the News. April 14, 2026, brought to you by The Advocates, injury attorneys at advocateslaw.com. Headlines are next on The Fan.
Hey, it's Stu.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, it is Play-In Tuesday as the Portland Trailblazers are on the road tonight playing the Phoenix Suns in the battle for the 7th seed. Right now, Suns 3.5-point favorites. It's gone up a little bit. Winner of that game will take on the Spurs in the first round. Loser will play on Friday in the 9-10 against the 9-10 winner. Oregon State-Oregon baseball game in Hillsborough today was canceled. Oregon State put out a statement, unfortunately saying the game was canceled because Oregon State pitcher Tyler Belarus was involved in an automobile accident, resulting in a serious medical condition. There have been no other updates on the situation. Oregon State basketball got a couple of transfers today. One from Fresno State, Deshaun Gorey, the freshman, was all Mountain West last year, averaging almost 14 points a game. They also got a commitment from Grand Canyon center Dennis Evans Jr. Bigman was initially a top 25 recruit in the nation. NFL reporter Diana Russini, she resigned from The Athletic today. Russini said in a statement that she is resigning for now because she refuses to lend the situation further oxygen or to let it define her or her career. Of course, she's talking about her and Mike Vrabel seen in Sedona. Former Michigan coach Sharon Moore is avoiding jail time. Instead, he was sentenced to 18 months probation and fined just over $1,000 for his role in having a relationship with a staff member and then confronting her in her apartment after they had broken up. Milwaukee Brewers outfielder and designated hitter Christian Yelich, he's going to be expected to miss about a month of play with an adductor strain. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the Georgia Coy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt, missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call Georgia Coy at warrenallen.com.
Welcome back. We have a nice little Tuesday. It is your sportsman. My name is Isaac. Big Sook's right over there. Stephen Vaughn on the controls. We are just merely filler until play-in Tuesday.
Well, play-in Tuesday has begun. Hornets 26-20.
Yeah, that's right. The first game is already underway. So you're right. But we can't air that.
No.
Of course, we can't air the Blazers one either.
But the meaningful play-in game.
Yeah,
Playoff
the big
Tuesday.
one. Suns, Blazers,
Yes.
7 o'clock. Winner is the 7 seed in the playoffs and will lose in probably 5 games to the San Antonio Spurs.
That sounds about right, yeah.
So, big game.
And then tomorrow, my favorite part about the play-in, not play-in Tuesday, this would be play-in Wednesday, the Golden State Warriors have players on minutes restrictions. I love it. In the 9-10 game, you win or go home.
Aren't they leaving it all out there?
No.
Aren't they locked in?
No, they are not.
I don't think they care if they lose, because if they lose, they get a better draft pick and a chance to get the number 1 overall pick.
So
if they win, sure, we're in the playoffs and it'll get the fans happy.
So we're going to have tanking all the way into the playoffs.
It kind of feels that way.
I feel like they're
playoff teams are tanking.
Yeah.
They're just letting it ride.
Yeah.
It's a win-win situation for them. You lose, you win, you win, you win.
This league.
Portland has a little bit of that. I mean, honestly, if Portland loses...
Is Dundon going to make them pull the chute?
I don't think so. I think they're going the opposite. I think they're mashing the gas. But I think there are some Blazer fans that would rather them lose. They'd have to lose twice. Golden State only has to lose once, because then you get your draft pick. And it'll probably be a back half draft pick, but I think there's like a 1% chance of it moving up into the top. And if you make the playoffs, you lose that. And so I think there's some that would like to see them lose, but I think Portland, of these teams, is the one team that is for certain going all in, 100%. Mash the gas.
All right. Well, you're on record. You've taken the points. You've taken the money line.
Yes.
Steven, not so much. Sounds like he's on Phoenix, but that's okay. Oh, no, you said you wouldn't take Phoenix because you didn't want to root against the Blazers.
Yeah, I'm not betting on the game, but if I had to bet on the game, I would bet on Phoenix.
Yeah. Now, they've played 3 times this year, and Phoenix won 2 of the 3.
Yes.
All right.
And Colin Gillespie had like 35 in one game. So
the Zers are healthy for the first time all year.
The only injury is Damian Lillard and Jeremy Grant, who's questionable. Besides that, healthy.
First time all year. I just think they got a little something. They got a little something.
I hope they do. I really do.
So 4 years ago, the Blazers had 27 wins.
Yes.
4 years ago, the Thunder had 24 wins. 4 years ago, the Pistons had 23 wins.
Yeah.
And 4 years ago, the Spurs had 34 wins.
Mm-hmm.
This year, Oklahoma City 64 wins.
Pretty good.
San Antonio, 62 wins.
Good little team.
Detroit, 60 wins. Blazers, 42. 42.
I will say that the 5-year rebuild here is it's a slow burn.
Well, listen, I think I point that out because
Be a jerk? Oh.
Well, you know me.
It's a valid point.
But
ass.
I point that out because I think there's this somehow maybe people like you and homers that we have are constantly talking people into like things that aren't true. Like that's classic Blazers, mojo or modus operandi, I guess I should say, because it's this idea that your trajectory is just like those three teams. It just takes time to get there. I am hearing that. That is a thing.
I am not on board with that.
I think a lot of fans believe that, and that's just not true.
Those guys are total losers.
I think the difference between, all those teams is, Detroit, they have Cade Cunningham.
Who was a legit MVP
who's a legitimate MVP guy, and he's the lesser of those. But when you consider that you have a legitimate MVP candidate in Detroit, you have arguably the best player in the NBA in San Antonio.
Shea puts up
MVP
Michael Jordan numbers. Literally, this is what Jordan.
Well, right. And you have an all other NBA performer on your team as well.
But they went and got those. I think the point is you guys were all in the same boat.
Yes.
And they went and got those guys, and you went and got.
Well, we got.
Well, the Spurs and Pistons got the number one picks.
Well, yeah, but you've had some.
Blazers can't control that.
Well,
no, but you
can tank right.
That's true. Blazers don't take right.
Again,
you cannot argue with the fact that if you go back, that this last 5 years largely feels that it has been unproductive. It has been a slow burn. I'm not one of those that believes that anything has really changed as far as kind of long-term, prospects. I guess the argument that I would make is that after 5 years, yes, you do not have a difference maker. You don't. You have 3 or 4 solid pieces that probably could be the second or maybe more likely third best player on a contending team. But I will say for 5 years, while you aren't the Oklahoma City Thunder, you're not the San Antonio Spurs, you are not the Utah Jazz, you are not the Sacramento Kings, you aren't the New Orleans Pelicans, you're not the Wizards, you're not the Nets, some horse crap. Like, when I look at the Blazers going forward, I think when you look at Klingon, you look at Denny, you look at Tumari, and I guess to a lesser, I can't say that about Shaden. I guess maybe Shaden, you've got some sort of foundation. You're not bad.
Yeah,
you're not starting from zero.
That's not the point. The point is, 4 years ago, all 4 of those teams were in the same place, at the bottom of the standings.
Yep.
And the idea that the Blazers are just a little bit behind them but on the same trajectory is absurd, and it should not be perpetuated. This is great.
I agree.
It's great that they got to play in whatever, but they're not going anywhere. That's the thing. Like Oklahoma City was in the play-in.
Yeah.
They were not that long ago.
Yep.
In between the years that we're talking about.
But they had guys that turned into real difference makers.
Exactly, and that is not Portland. So I think there is this idea that Portland's in the play-in. And you got to take your lumps. That's the road is. Sure. You go through the play-in, and then and it's just not.
And that's where
not the same.
And that's
thing.
where I would agree with you. There is no one on this roster that is going to turn into a star. It's not. Denny is a really good player.
This
but
is
he's not turning into it. Klingon is a really good player. None of those guys are turning into guys that carry teams.
So there we have very divergent paths. So this is why I think people some want the Blazers to lose and just get their draft pick and. Try to help or try to build the roster.
We have had a ownership, group, or it's not a group. The owner here for the last handful of years, and management has taken the most candy ass, slow burn approach to this of all time. They have done nothing to try to speed it up, and the slow burn didn't work. They didn't put themselves or didn't get the bounce to get the difference maker. Right? They just didn't. They didn't trade enough for assets that were able to turn into difference makers. Because give Oklahoma City credit for all those draft picks, but they also got Shea in that deal. So that didn't happen. Some of that is luck, and some of that is who you're evaluating. They didn't do that. It does feel like this new ownership group is gonna be different. It does feel like this is, to your point, they are not going to sit around and say that this is good enough. And
that's what we want.
But isn't there room to not be at the worst of the worst and not be at the best of the best?
And that's where I'm at.
No.
That's where I'm at with you.
Not in this league. That's just not. You're in no man's land. This is killing you.
Right, but you don't think that this has any value to it? Because
I think it has value.
Because I would argue that if you are showing any type of sign, a player maybe say, yeah, I would be okay with going to Portland to team up with that team. Rather than if you suck and you miss the playoffs, they're not going to be like, yeah, I want to restart in Sacramento.
It certainly has value. It's just, it's not enough value.
Look, they're not. I'm with you. They're not close to a championship, but they're also not close to being the worst team in the league, and they have some building blocks with some of the guys that they have.
But wouldn't it make you really excited if Dundon comes in and absolutely cleans house, and this is a complete 180?
I think he's going to.
Okay, but that's not the question. The question is would you be excited by that? Would that be like, wow, they're really flipping the script on this?
What do you mean, like getting rid of players?
Yeah, like some of the guys you named, maybe not all. I don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
But maybe they just they don't see any of it with much value, and they're like, this isn't how we're going to do things. And they just gut it. They gut the front office. They gut the team. Would that be exciting to you as a Blazers fan, or would you be really disappointed in that?
I wouldn't be disappointed. I don't know that I'd be excited. I would be hesitant because I do think that they have some building blocks that you can build with. But yes, they do need better players because, as we've said, Denny Advia is not the best player on a good team.
I think me and Stevie Fire here are on the same page.
Well, I hear what you're saying, but that right there is what some people, that's not good enough for them.
Right. Yeah.
And I think fans should have that attitude because it's not good enough. And it's like because
my ultimate goal is to win a championship as well for the Blazers. That's what I want. But I also think that making the play-in is a positive towards that, not losing and getting a mid-draft first round
that's
pick.
arguable in this league and the way it's all structured. That's arguable.
You can argue that 100%.
And that sucks. That's not a Blazers problem.
That's the worst part about the league.
Yes, that's an NBA problem.
Yeah, I would not want this to get torn down because tearing down means you're back to square one, and now you're waiting another 5 years.
So what's the best for you? You the best is
you
build on this, and see where it goes. Same GM.
You're gonna, and that I don't know. I don't know if I'm a Cronin guy or not. I would prefer, honestly, maybe a clean slate, whole new set of eyes, new GM,
well,
new coach.
Well, they're also going to get rid of. So with a new GM would come
new coach.
A new coach,
yes.
Which would come maybe different. I mean, I don't know that a new GM is going to come in and just be fine with all of the players that you think
What
are
I would
fine.
want is a new set of eyes, a new coach, and a new GM, and you identify who. Give me the 2 to 3 that you are keeping, right? And so maybe that is so you evaluate what you can get on the open market versus value that you're keeping. So let's say you decide that you are going to build around Denny and Klingon. Right? That's it. Those are the 2 guys. And then everything else becomes available, right? Tumani's available, Scoot's available, Sharp's available, anyone else. Cool. You're all gone. And now you go out and you say, okay, we've identified. So it's not a rebuild, but it's a bloodlet because you have enough pieces that are C+ to B pieces. And I'm willing to give up 3 B pieces or 3 C to B pieces to bring in an A. And look, Giannis may be a far-fetched guy, but the idea of bringing in a true A-list player and then you pair him with Klingon and you pair him with the other guy that let's assume Denny, right? Denny, Klingon, insert whatever, and then everything else that you get rid of, at that point, it becomes asset management, being smart in the draft, and filling it in with veteran players, and you move it forward that way. That, to me, is not a teardown. That is a bit of a reset, and hopefully you're shoving it forward.
I just think it's a little silly to not want to make the playoffs in the situation the Blazers are in that haven't had meaningful basketball in 5 years because of a draft pick that's going to be around 15th or 16th in the NBA draft.
That probably is not going to hopefully fit the timeline of now.
Right, because if they don't get rid of it this year, they still have to go through 2027 to risk it. So what, are you going to not make the playoffs in 27?
Yeah.
They have to do it in 28. You're not going to make the playoffs in 28?
Exactly. Just
that debate,
push it forward.
That debate, I'm with you, whatever.
Right.
If
but
you
I think that's
enjoy
where a lot of fans are. They're like, we can't lose draft picks.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay, cool. Like, look at the Blazers draft history. It sucks. It's not great. So I'm okay losing the 15th pick in the draft to get a little experience for these guys to figure out, can Shaden play in a big-time game? Can Scoop play in a big-time game? Or do they look like they're lost with chickens with their head cut off?
I just think they need a new front office.
I'm fine with that.
I'm not opposed to that.
And then if a new front office comes in and says, yep, Klingon, this is a guy. Okay, it's like, okay, well, the new eyes and the new way of doing things and the new culture sees him and values him, then okay, I'm okay with keeping him. What I think is going to suck is if they keep Cronin and then Cronin keeps all his guys and then you're 42-40 again 3 years from now.
I'm on board with that.
100%.
I'm on board getting a brand new set of eyeballs on this process and say, let's figure it out.
So that leads me down the path of I think it might be better. And this really is the crux of any Blazer conversation right now is just this. Current status quo or something completely different. No. I have been on the something completely different thing for years now because you guys have got to be getting tired of this, and yet here we are.
No, I'm
you know, and
I get excited when they're in the play.
Right. And so it's like, I just think if it would not be the worst thing if they come in and clean house with the GM, and if a new GM goes the Oklahoma City tank, stockpile draft picks are out, and none of these guys you like are still around, that is not the worst thing either. It's just not, because they're not taking them anywhere.
Yeah.
But the middle ground, like you're talking about, I mean, that's possible. But this idea of Giannis, I mean,
look, I'm not, and Giannis may just be fool's gold. He's just the one that is. We know he's the one star that is going to get moved. And Dundon has said there was a move available, and had he been the owner, he would have been more aggressive. So we assume at that point that in the offseason he's going to be more aggressive. And that's all I want. I want a big swing. I want someone to be aggressive, and I think, in my opinion, there's enough here, and this is where I think me and Steven agree, I think there's enough here that you can make an aggressive swing and not completely destroy what you've built. I think there's a middle ground between this crap of add Damian Lillard and we win 47 games next year and we're the 6th seed and we get bounced in the first round, and get rid of everybody and start another 4-year rebuild. I think there's enough out there to say, give up a couple young assets and some future draft picks. Those Milwaukee picks are going to be valuable. Yep. Milwaukee's about to be really bad. Mm-hmm. So between young assets like Shaden, Scoot, a guy like Tumari, who on a championship level team would be a phenomenal glue guy, a 3-and-D guy like that. And with some, like,
so the big swing thing, how many years in a row have you said that?
Well, but we actually now actually have someone that might actually have the balls to do it.
And I agree.
Well, he hasn't done it yet.
But and the thing is here, Rob, and I'm with you on this. If it doesn't change, I'm excited this year for the play-in because it was a little unexpected, right? If it's in 2 years and they're still in the play-in, that's completely different, and that's where I'm with you. Sure. Like, they should have changed something. But for 1 year, I think it is okay to be excited for the play-in. If they're in the play-in next year and they're the 10 seed, I'm probably going to be a little upset and say we need to figure some things out. But for this 1 year, I think it's okay to be a little excited.
I'm going to remember that. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put it in the notes.
Do it.
And I'm guessing in a year from now when the Blazers are in the play-in, you're going to be like, oh, this is kind of exciting, guys.
Yeah.
Get on board. Happens every year.
And I guess, ultimately, I know we got to go.
Your Blazer talk.
This is going to be my final piece on it. I've said this for years. Winning championships is really hard, and not many teams get to do it. Should the goal ultimately be to win a championship? Yes. But along the way, one team gets to do that every year. And the vast majority of teams don't sniff them. So I understand that is a long process, but I also don't think it's too much to ask that in that process of seeking it, give me meaningful, enjoyable basketball that I can watch and that I can support. And I don't think those two things have to be mutually exclusive. I don't. Like, am I happy being the 4 seed every year? No. But if you're the 3 or 4 seed and you're constantly pursuing a championship and you fall short a couple of years, okay. I understand that that's the way the world of the sport. That's the reality of it.
All of that's true. It's just that with the Blazers, I think there's a fatigue about treading water over and over and over. I mean, all of that. There are going to be bad seasons. There are going to be rebuilding times. There are going to be, but the Blazers have managed to somehow put themselves right squarely in the mediocrity category for far too long, and they've been lapped by every other team who's gone around them, whether it be up or down. Yeah. And the league structure is just such that you can't sit in that world. You're dead in that world, and the Blazers cannot get out of it. So that's all I'm hoping for is just a new owner to come in and at least get them out of that. Whether that's down to the bottom of the standings to try to get to the eventual top. Dude, hallelujah, let's go. Let's try that. This ain't working.
Yeah, that I agree with.
All right, boys. There's your play-in Blazers talk. Now you excited for the big game tonight?
I feel good. I'm about to bet on the Blazers now.
Yeah, let's go.
Screw you, Rob.
Get on board, man. put some faith in Missouri's. It's only like $10. Yeah.
Hey, $10 is $10.
$10.
Pizza bet.
That's 2 gallons of gas.
Electric, baby.
Okay, so we've got a little. We got to get to the headline of the day, which we'll get to next, and why that Oregon State baseball game isn't going down. But we've also got a little college football rum punch coming up on the Fan. Who knew you were a member of the Who?
That's what I do. By the way, I am not fully on board with the Giannis thing. Like, if Giannis were to come here, I think it'd be the most exciting thing to happen in Portland in 20 years. But I am skeptical of whether or not that would lead to anything. It was a abject failure in Milwaukee. And you've got another couple years on Dame and Giannis, who both have been injury prone, and it didn't work in Milwaukee because neither one of them could stay healthy.
So now we don't want Giannis.
Well, again, if the move is to go get Giannis, if Dunnan's like, hey, we're going all in on that, and that is the reality of it, I certainly would be excited. Is my ultimate dream Giannis and Dame here in Portland when I already saw that Milwaukee? No, it would not be.
I would say it's Giannis and Denny.
Yeah,
I think that's where you can spin and say it.
Yes.
It's not Giannis and Dame anymore. It's Giannis and Denny with Dame as a side piece.
Yes. So
Dame, just a little side piece, huh?
Well, at some point, I mean, you kind of forget that Dame is coming back, but Dame's going to be what, 30? Is he 34 next year?
I don't know.
35.
I'm just waiting for the 7:00 tip.
Yeah, he's 35, and he'll actually be
36.
36. So
come off a torn Achilles.
Yeah, I mean, look, I have realistic expectations of what he is, which is why, like, when I talk about building around, pick two guys, Klingon, Denny, or you want Tumani or Klingon or whatever. Dame to me is not in that equation. Dame is just.
They should trade him. Oh wait.
Dame is
just no trade clause.
No, Dame is just. Dame is like he's dessert. He's just for the next 2 or 3 years. I don't know, put him in the corner and have him hopefully knock down 40% of his threes.
I like Steven's new nickname for him, side piece.
Side piece.
It's hot.
And hopefully
one of the reasons why you want to
hopefully he's cool with that. But
what?
Whoa.
Whoa.
He's going to be a defensive liability, and we'll see how the leg responds. But
so we were supposed to get the Ducks and the Beavers tonight at Hillsborough Stadium.
Not so fast.
But they will not play that.
No.
We all assumed that they postponed it earlier in the day due to weather, but that's weird because it's like they don't postpone baseball games due to possible weather.
Yeah.
They postpone baseball games when there is too much weather at that time.
Yeah.
So it was actually due to a car accident. One of the Beaver freshmen got in a car accident, and they are not releasing information on it, but his name is Tyler Bellerose, and he is in serious medical condition.
Yeah, there was a rumor going around the internet, and one of the people that cover Oregon State, same sort of thing, had said that they had heard some stuff, but nothing had been confirmed. But if the details, so it turned out that the accident was real, and if the details that are rumored to be out there, this is more than just, a serious situation. This is, I don't think you cancel this game unless something really, really bad happened and maybe is imminent. So they said to, thoughts and prayers to the young man and his family, and that stinks.
So if you had tickets to go to that, they will honor them when they reschedule.
Whenever.
Sergio apologizes. Apparently, Sergio Garcia, that is.
Yeah.
Now, he was out there slamming drivers and breaking stuff at the Masters. Here's what he said. I want to apologize for my actions on Sunday at the Masters tournament. I respect and value everything that the Masters and Augusta National Golf Club is to golf. I regret the way I acted, and it is no place in our game. It doesn't reflect the respect and appreciation I have for the Masters, the patrons, tournament officials, and golf fans around the world.
Well, he's a hothead, and, was not going well for him.
Well, I always love how he says, this has no place in our game, yet this is what you've been doing for 25 years. God, I hate that crap.
Yeah. But just because, that is who he is. So the Masters doesn't stop that. That's like asking Rashid not to be a D-bag in the playoffs. No, you're just...
Well, they did go up to him. I guess they did go up to him during the tournament. So he... let's see, what hole was that? So they were on 15, I think.
When he snapped it?
Yeah, weren't they?
No, I thought it was pretty early because he had to play a significant portion without his driver.
Okay.
I think it was fairly early when he broke that thing.
I'm just looking at the video. It looked like 15 to me, but I could be wrong. He was paired with John Rahm, and apparently right after he did it, he started carrying Rahm's bag down the fairway.
Yeah.
Because his caddy was tending to a bunker. Anyway.
No, it was on number 2.
It was number 2.
Yeah,
okay.
number 2.
So Jeff Yang, who is the chairman of the competitions committee, spoke to Garcia on the fourth tee and issued the code of conduct warning.
Oh, can you get removed from the Masters for being a douche?
Like we've said, they don't mess around there. And the code of conduct warning. Now, Sergio's a past champion.
Yes,
and they hold in quite high regard their past champions.
I would assume so.
I think it would take a lot for Garcia to get booted. I don't think they would do that, but they are not screwing around. They gave him a warning, and Garcia would not say what Yang said to him. But he also didn't apologize.
I would have loved to have heard that.
He said, I've been frustrated through the year. This is after his round. He said, yeah, obviously just not super proud of it, but it's something that happens.
Well, who was it?
But no, it isn't.
Was it Calcavecchia?
Calcavecchia got booted for having his phone out.
They booted him earlier. Now, I don't think he won the Masters, but he's a major champion.
Yeah, he's not a past Masters champ.
No.
And he wasn't playing.
No. He was just...
They don't want to confuse people. No. He was just out there.
Yeah. And they were like, get.
It's actually hard to get through there with your phone. Based on all the bells and whistles they put you through when you go in.
Yeah.
It's hard to get through there with your phone.
Yeah.
So he probably has some fancy player interest.
I would assume so.
They don't check them.
Believe me, I read all about it, and I guess they have people out on the course, their whole job is to just look for phones. Not just that, but look for people now with smartwatches and earpieces. Yeah. And they say the new one that they're being pissy about is the meta glasses. That's none of that crap.
So what's the problem there?
They don't want anything filmed.
Because you can record stuff with your glasses.
Yeah, with the glasses.
You can record it, huh?
Yeah. And they say
I'm not a big Metaglass guy.
But yeah, I guess that's the next.
I'm not a Meta bro.
That's the next line is the hidden cameras.
Yeah.
And they're not having that.
There's always time. There's always time for you, Rob.
I mean, in fact, the Meta ad running during the Masters was that a guy playing golf while his grandfather talked him through the course with his cool Meta glasses.
Well, anyway. I think it's all water under the bridge now.
I think we're okay. Who was the guy that busted up was that the U.S. Open? And he wrecked all the lockers.
Oh, that was Wyndham Clark.
Was that Wyndham Clark?
Yeah. And they threatened to say that he would not be allowed back there.
Yeah.
Unless he apologized, and he did.
Yeah. They have like those weird kind of like teak front lockers, and I guess he smashed a couple of them. I do enjoy them in the golf. Guy can't keep his cool. Goes a little John McEnroe out there.
Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
Clark's a little bit of a hothead.
Yeah, a little bit of a hothead.
As we all know.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to a college football rum punch. No jail time for Sharon Moore. That's next. Here's Steven.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, as Isaac just teased right there, former Michigan coach Sharon Moore is avoiding jail time. He instead will be sentenced to 18 months probation, fined just over $1,000 for his role in having a relationship with a staff member and then confronting her at her apartment after they broke up. It is playing Tuesday for the Trailblazers. They're on the road tonight taking on the Phoenix Suns for the 7th seed. Winner will get the Spurs in the first round. Right now, Phoenix a 3.5-point favorite in that one. And in the Eastern Conference, it's the 9 versus 10 seed. Hornets taking on the Heat. Right now, late first half, Hornets up by 3, 52-49. Oregon State-Oregon baseball game in Hillsborough was canceled today. Oregon State then put out a statement saying the game was canceled sadly because Oregon State pitcher Tyler Belarus was involved in an automobile accident, resulting in a serious medical condition. There has been no other updates that have been made on this situation. Oregon State basketball got a couple transfers today. Fresno State wing Deshaun Gorey. He was all Mountain West last year as a freshman, averaging almost 14 points a game. They also got Grand Canyon big man Dennis Evans Jr. Evans initially was a top 25 recruit coming out of high school. NFL reporter Diana Russini has resigned from The Athletic today. Russini said in a statement she is resigning for now because she refuses to lend the situation further oxygen or let it define her or her career. She, of course, is talking about her relationship with Mike Vrabel. And Milwaukee Brewers outfielder Christian Yelich, he's expected to miss about a month of play with an adductor strain. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
All right, now to college football, where Jed Fish gets me hot. Jed Fish gets me hot.
I mean, who doesn't get a little aroused?
With Jed Fish?
His wife, maybe.
Not many.
Oh, Jed Fish isn't the worst looking college coach in the country.
You know, Jed Fish is probably he's a really good makeover candidate.
Oh, I could see that.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, I bet you got him made over, he could look pretty swaggy.
He's got a little Steve Sarkisian in him. Kind of looks like him. You see him all dressed up.
The drunk Steve Sarkisian. Start.
Doing great.
That needs to be a drop.
Start over. Hey, by the way,
yeah.
Speaking of hot head coaches, CJ Carr, Notre Dame, he said when he was being recruited by Notre Dame that he kept his mom away from Marcus Freeman because he knew that if Marcus Freeman talked to his mom, he had to commit there.
Really?
Yes. He came out and said that in front of Marcus Freeman.
Well, Freeman's married.
Right, but he's hot.
But he's just saying
he's hot and can talk well.
Mom would have just been drooling over Marcus Freeman saying, hey, honey, you're going to Notre Dame. I need more of this guy.
I need more Marcus Freeman in my life. Is there a dad in the?
Probably, yeah. No, it's Lloyd Carr's grandkid.
Is that a Diana Russini sort of thing? Over there dragging the dad? Screw the dad. You're going here. Hey. Marcus Freeman's your new daddy.
It's Freeman.
He is a handsome fella.
Yes. Do you think there's been a coach who's done that to get a kid?
Cliff Kingsbury.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
good one.
Yeah.
Sark. Is that how he got Mahomes?
Sark back in the day. I could see that.
Yeah.
Sark, the rumor is up in L.A., not L.A., but up in on the lake in Washington that Sark had a good time.
Well, yeah, they're partiers, but I mean, do you go to that length to get a kid?
Boy, I think
stoop them up.
I think that's an anti-get in the kid sort of thing. I think you probably want to keep your hands off.
Yeah, you're blowing it up.
Yeah, I think you're probably keeping your hands off of the mom.
Doing that.
Yeah. Be a little awkward.
Sharon Moore might have done that.
Sharon Moore will take any shot that's out there. And yet he's not going to prison.
No jail time for Sharon Moore.
Helps to have a good lawyer.
Today he was sentenced to 18 months probation and fined just over $1,000 US. Can you believe that? They fined him $1,000, dude.
Although he did give up $20 million in guarantees, basically at Michigan. So
that's fair.
I think his wife stood by him through this whole thing, though.
Yeah, she was there today with him at the courthouse,
which is unbelievable.
Wow.
You want to talk about like that jaded cop sticking around to get that pension?
Could you have predicted this outcome?
No.
No jail time, and she's still with him. If I had told you that, remember when we talked about this story?
Yep.
If I had said,
life is over.
Suk, here's what's going to happen. He's not going to go to jail, and his wife's going to stick with him. You would have laughed me out of this room. And yet, that's what happened.
I mean, think about it, right? He had an affair. I think was there an abortion involved?
I don't think so.
I thought there might have been an abortion involved.
Well, I think there was a rumor about that.
Okay, I don't know if that came to fruition.
Yeah, I don't know if that's confirmed.
Yeah.
But so he was sleeping with her for a long time, promoted her, was DMing professional prostitutes as opposed to the amateur ones. He threatened to kill himself, and somehow he got to keep his wife and family through all this. And now he's going to be the next coach at Liberty. You know he's going to find Jesus, and he's going to end up at a religious school.
He actually has already talked about that, how he's found Jesus.
Oh, has he really?
Yeah. That was in the article I read today.
You got to find Jesus in these sorts of moments. I'm telling you, someone will give that guy a chance. Like
Well, it's not like he's a great coach.
No, but someone will give him a chance. He will be a coordinator at I'm telling you, Liberty is the perfect place.
Yeah, so in a brief statement to the court before sentencing, Sherrone Moore thanks Jesus, his attorney, and my beautiful wife, Kelly, for her support. So, but first, Jesus.
Is he a defensive guy or an offensive guy?
No, he's an offensive guy.
Yeah.
Offensive lineman, right?
Well, his offense sucked.
Wasn't he an offensive lineman?
He was an O-lineman, yes.
Oklahoma or something?
Yeah.
Well, here is what the judge said. District Court Judge Cedric Simpson said, I don't believe when I look at the entirety of this situation that incarceration should be appropriate. I warn you, Mr. Moore, should there be a violation, all bets are off. I don't like sending people to jail, but I don't have a problem doing it.
Oh, Sherrone Moore.
Now, Paige Shiver, that's the girl's name.
Yeah.
She's pissed.
She wants him in prison.
Yes. She said, he broke into my apartment.
Yes.
Crying, yelling, enraged, and came at me with knives.
Yes.
I was threatened, and I feared for my life.
Yeah.
How is he not in prison?
It is a bit of an upset. Well, I can tell you why. He's in Michigan, and he's a Michigan coach, and he's got money and an attorney. How he's not doing a day in prison is shocking.
Yeah, she said his sentence does not reflect the harm done to me.
No.
So
I would like to believe that no university would touch that dude with a 10-foot pole. I mean, this is just scratching the surface of what an absolute degenerate creep this guy is. And yet I don't know. I find it hard to believe that someone will give him a chance, and yet I think it's going to happen because that's just the way it works.
Is he a good enough coach, though?
That's what I said.
Yeah, like I
He's
just
not
don't.
that good. Why the trouble?
I don't know. I have a sinking feeling. The only one who ever really, truly was blackballed was Art Briles. Art Briles, and then he
was a good coach.
And he was. And remember, places tried to not blackball him and hire him, and then the backlash was so great.
Well deserved.
And then the Penn State guy that walked in on Sandusky, he never coached again either. The redheaded
again, well deserved.
I forget what that. Yeah, like those two were really truly blackballed, and I don't know. I think more resurfaces somewhere.
Do you want to hear
someone will do the redemption tour?
You want to hear the judge talk about why he spared Mr. Moore jail time?
Is it going to be something ridiculous?
Well, what do you think? He said, okay, so I'll read you the first part of his quote, and you tell me what you think he's referring to.
Okay.
Simpson said, what is saving you from the full wrath of this court is?
I have no idea.
Okay, how about if I say it this way? The person who is saving you from the full wrath of this court is?
It'll be someone like Jim Harbaugh or something, someone in Michigan.
It's his wife.
Oh, God, really?
Yeah, here's his quote. The person who is saving you from the full wrath of this court is the person who you betrayed. When all of the circumstances are happening to her, and she is absorbing them in real time, she not once loses her focus, not once bats an eye to doubt you, not once wants something terrible to happen to you. As I listened to the terror in her voice that day, I don't think there would be anybody in the world who would have blamed her from saying, I am done here. I'm amazed by you, Miss Moore. I don't know where it comes from. If we had more people like you in the world, I may be out of a job, but the world would be a better place.
This is what I don't get. Look, I'm all for sticking by your man. I'm all for keeping families together. Totally understand that. Don't run away when things get hard. We're commending a woman for sticking by someone that cheated on her for years with multiple people, attempted to cheat on her with anyone that would listen, lie about it, spend your money together on that, and then threaten that person with bodily harm. Like, that's commendable to stick by him?
According to Cedric Simpson, it is.
Some might say that you're a dumbass and a sucker. My God. You mad? Like, if that was my daughter and that was her husband and she was like, Dad, I'm going to stick by my man, I wouldn't be like, great decision, honey.
The hell you are.
Exactly. My Lord. That's the judge's reasoning? Well, if there's more women like you. Well, if there was less men like Sharon Moore, how about that?
Was he low-key hitting on her?
Is that? He's like, hey.
Thinking maybe she'd leave him? It's like, hey, I'm single.
It's just,
I'm a judge. Make some money.
Freaking A, man.
I'm up here on the bench, looking all hot.
I guess.
You know you want me.
We need more people like you.
God, wouldn't that be cool if a judge just yanked a perp's wife right in the courtroom?
Look, I'm not going to lie. I bet you that's happened at some point.
You think that's happened?
I bet you it's happened.
God.
I need to speak with you privately in my chamber.
Yeah, I mean, it's his courtroom. You have to do what he says.
I told you the one case that
I sentence you to one date with me.
Well, the one case that I sat in on, I was in the courtroom. It was a serious case, and it was a female judge. She was hot. There's got to be hot male judges.
I'm sure she was very smart.
Yes,
very talented.
She was hot though. It's a hot judge, which was very strange because like you're in the midst of this serious. I mean, life and like someone's life was getting determined, and all I could think about every time I'd glance up, I was like, man, it's like what's going on? She commanded the courtroom. It's very powerful.
A couple of people are texting in that Judge Cedric Simpson is an old sassy judge. He has some, I guess he has some YouTube videos where he's no nonsense and like doing bits up there and stuff.
How is he no nonsense doing bits?
Well, like plays no games, just like gone viral for being a badass judge.
I do see him up here.
So I got one more college football story for you, and it involves punts.
I do love punts.
That's next on The Fan. Well, you'll be sad to know that Team Punts, Iowa, has had to vacate 4 of its wins from that wonderful 2023 season, where we saw them go 10-3.
Illegal punting.
And not score a point in their final 2 games.
That was a magical year. I think I went on a 4-week betting, taking the under, until eventually I was burned at like 28. Because it was like down in the 30s, and that was a magical time.
See, I think you're talking about 24.
Is that 24? They went on a run there where they couldn't make, like each week the point total got lower and lower, and I just kept riding it.
Well, there's a run where it was like they won because Cooper DeJean was returning punts. They were getting like safeties. It wasn't the offense scoring. It was the defense and special teams that scored all their points.
I thought that was 2023 when I fell in love with my punts. But
no,
maybe I'm wrong.
That year they went to the Big Ten title game, and they lost to Michigan.
Well, that doesn't mean anything. It's not like they weren't punting there.
Well, I know. I'm just saying, like, that year that you're talking about, they did not go to the Big Ten title game. Their offense was atrocious, and I think they always go 8-4, regardless. But this year they went to the Big Ten title game, lost to Michigan 26-0, and then went to a New Year's Day bowl and lost to Tennessee 35-0.
Yeah,
so they scored 0 points in their final 2 games.
What was the infractions? Why do we?
It was impermissible contact with Cade McNamara.
Oh,
and he
the
was
worst
their
quarterback in the country.
He was their quarterback for 4 of their wins early in the season.
Dude, imagine having to forfeit games over that ass quarterback.
So
if you're gonna cheat, get a good quarterback.
They said that Kirk Ferentz and an assistant participated in 13 phone calls with McNamara and sent 2 text messages prior to him entering the portal in November of 2022.
And that was worth.
He left Michigan a few days later and transferred to Iowa.
And that was worth that many games?
Well, it was all the games that he won. So he played 5 games.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
And those wins were over Utah State, Iowa State, Western Michigan, and Michigan State.
The punishment should have been that he had to go back and be Iowa's quarterback again for 4+ more games. The dude was terrible.
What if the punishment is you have to bring him back this year?
That's what I'm saying. He should have to come back and be the quarterback for
and
5 games.
5 games, damn it.
You can pick the games, but he's got to be your starting quarterback for all 5.
I also like that the NCAA is like, we're going to punish this. Or everything. Hey, Cade McNamara. Yeah,
of all the NIL tamperings, we're going after Cade McNamara.
Right.
Cool.
And I'm sure Iowa is so distraught that they somehow technically don't have 4
extra
wins that they thought they had.
They finally got Cade McNamara out of their head, and now they've been reminded of him that he was on the team.
Well, and it's one thing, I suppose, if you're trying to remove like a national championship, I guess that has some sting. But I mean, like I had 2 good years at BYU where we won 10 games. If you told me that you retroactively took away 4 of those, okay, like what?
Oh no,
what? I won 2 conference championships and won 10 games, and you're like, sorry. You know what? That 11-win season that you had, 7-win season. Yeah, but my ring says 11. Nope. Didn't have that's the dumbest thing that the NCAA does, and they do a lot of dumb things.
All right. Well, Iowa State, you got an extra win. Hope you're happy.
Now, someone asked, do they have to vacate the loss as well?
No, they got beat 31-0 to Penn State.
But if
that stays on the record.
You see, that's kind of ridiculous.
Because they lost.
You should have to vacate everything.
Double loss.
Well, then what do you do? I'm like, Penn State, you can't vacate that. Penn State won it fair and square.
No, vacate.
Even Iowa was cheating and they still beat them.
Vacate everything.
All right, we got to go. Jed Fish gets me hot. That is the close to today's college football rum punch. Let's see what we got in the club here.
Digging in the old tickle trunk.
Oh, I've got some audio. I think you're going to like it.
Okay.
Audio on the radio is the segment.
As opposed to visual radio?
Well, video on the radio. I could call it that.
Yeah, there you go.
Then people be like, what?
Yeah, it's a little confusing, but...
And also, we've got the world's oldest gorilla.
What?
And how she became captive.
What? Really?
Yeah, you read about this?
No, I have not.
How old do you think she is?
I don't think gorillas live that long. She's probably in her 40s.
I think they said she's 69.
Okay.
I'll have to double check.
Because I don't think males live that long, because eventually someone else comes along and, rips them apart. Did you also see the 60 Minutes on the great white sharks being bullied?
No. Are they being bullied?
Yeah.
By whom?
What about the 60 Minutes with Clavicular?
Yeah.
He was on there?
He was on there too.
God, I need to start setting to record 60 Minutes again, don't I?
Yeah. There's a person, it's not universal because they had that both competing points of view, but there is someone that believes that the great white sharks, the most famous of the great white sharks, have been bullied out of their playground.
By the dolphins?
No. It's only one thing that bullies the great white.
The whales.
The whales. And it's not the whale. Two orcas, two brothers, apparently have flipped the double bird to the great whites. And I want it to be true because it's kind of badass.
Like the Jokic brothers.
Yes! The Jokic brothers have shown up.
I think it's just like that.
And are bitch slapping everybody.
All right, the club is next on The Fan.
If the
From the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on The Fan, it is Play-In Tuesday. Portland Trailblazers taking on the Phoenix Suns down in Phoenix. Winner will get the Spurs in the first round. Betting line is at 2.5 right now as we have some breaking news. Jeremy Grant, who's been out for a while, will play for the Portland Trailblazers, while Grayson Allen will be out for the Phoenix Suns. Suns 2.5-point favorites over the Blazers. The Oregon State-Oregon baseball game from Hillsborough got canceled today. Oregon State put out a statement saying the game was canceled sadly because Oregon State pitcher Tyler Belarus was involved in an automobile accident, resulting in a serious medical condition. No other updates have been made on that story. Fresno State wing Deshaun Gorey is transferring to Oregon State in the men's basketball. Gorey received all Mountain West honors as a freshman, averaging almost 14 points a game for Fresno. NFL reporter Diana Russini has resigned from The Athletic today. Russini said in a statement she's resigning for now because she refuses to lend the situation further oxygen or let it define her or her career. Of course, she was talking about her and her relationship with Mike Vrabel. Former Michigan coach Sharon Moore, he is avoiding jail time. Instead, he was sentenced to 18 months probation and fined just over $1,000 for his role in having a relationship with a staff member and then confronting her at her apartment after they had broken up. And Milwaukee Brewers DH Christian Yelich, he's expected to miss about a month of play with an adductor strain. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt, missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
My.
Apparently they don't like the blacks. They're trying to give them back.
You're still an idiotic, a moron.
Football guy is just code for you're kind of an ass.
He was a beta theta.
I feel like a total idiot.
Okay, we apologize.
It's time for the club, baby, on 105.1 and 1080. The Fan. Hoo-wee.
You know, I'm a little annoyed.
What you got?
Well, I'm trying to watch my Miami Heat tonight.
Prime, huh?
Well, you know, the whole streaming thing.
Yeah.
And it's not a real complaint because, I mean, come on. As complaints go, it's way down the list.
Yeah.
But
don't you have Prime on your phone?
I do, but we don't have it on here?
No, we do not.
No, so I'm going back to baseball.
You know, you can just log into your account here.
Yeah, I won't do that. I'm not giving anybody else access to mine. I don't want them seeing. I don't want them sniffing up my
What have you been watching on your
Exactly.
Prime?
Is that the case, or is it more likely that you don't know your password?
Oh no, I got all my stuff in there. I got a password keeper.
And
I know all my passwords.
Do you really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know them, but I looked. They're all logged.
Dude, I reset like 7 passwords a week.
Because I find that to be a problem. Like I like things to be efficient.
Yeah.
So I have it in the password keeper, but
you're not willing to log into your Prime here.
No. As a matter of fact, the play-in just lost me.
Because
I'm going
it's on
back
Prime?
because it's on Prime. I'm going back to baseball.
See, I would log into mine, but I do not know what my password is. And then if I reset the password, then someone else in my family is going to get mad at me because they're going to go to watch something on Prime. And
Why don't you
like,
text them what your password is? And they can text it to
That
you.
is a valid point.
And then you can delete the text.
I could do that. Or I could just watch it on my phone here and not worry about it. Plus, to be honest with you, I'd much rather watch this hockey game than I would whatever the hell's going on.
Look at us. We don't really have play-in fever here.
Well, I do for Play-In Tuesday come about 7:30-ish.
I thought it was at 7.
7:10-ish, I think.
7:10.
Okay, 7:10.
And Jeremy Grant is playing tonight, guys.
And Grayson Allen not playing.
What?
It's all working out for the Zers.
Dude, this $10 is soon going to be $26 in my pocket. Boom. Blazers money line, bitches.
I always love the cocky sniff before a bet.
Oh, that's a guarantee.
Go ahead and clip that. We'll just make sure. We'll make sure. We'll keep receipts.
15-33 against teams above 500 this year.
By the way, I think we got another good drop of you.
We did?
Yeah.
What do we got?
Well, we don't have it yet.
Oh.
It's in production.
Well,
What? Is it not working out?
There's not like a great line of it, but he does go opposite of what his usual takes are. I will play it for you. This is opposite of Big Sook usually.
Yeah. Flip the double bird to the Great Whites.
Oh, yeah, you can't be saying that.
Yeah, so I don't even know if I should cut this.
That's off-brand.
That is off-brand.
The color white to me just always works. I wish I could have more white things. I just have always preferred the whites.
Seriously, do yourself a favor and go look up last week's 60 Minutes about the two Orca brothers. The yoke. Now, they've named them Port and Starboard, which is ridiculous. They've got curved fins.
Starboard?
Well, Starboard.
Starboard.
Starboard. Yeah.
It's starboard.
Starboard. Isn't it starboard?
Starboard.
Starburst?
Starburst. Yeah, starburst. Both the brothers have the limp fin. They've got ED fin. And one goes left, one goes right, hence port and starboard. Oh. And there are these two brother orcas, and they do the off the coast of South Africa are all the air sharks, where the great whites hit the seals and then they jump, right? That's like kind of like these famous.
Yeah.
It's a famous tourist thing. It's the only place, I guess, where the great whites hunt this way.
They do it for the show.
They do it for the show. Well, I guess all of the great whites down there have disappeared. Like they're just gone. And there's some conflicting kind of points of view. Some people say this isn't the sole reason why. But there's others that believe that these two orca brothers have basically bullied all of the great white sharks out of there, and the great whites are terrified of them. And there's video of them hunting. They said in one 24-hour period, they once killed 19 separate great white sharks, and they don't eat the sharks, they only eat their livers. And then there is some people that believe that they are basically parading the dead great whites around to basically send a message to the other sharks. Wow. This is what happens to you. And it's possibly because the great whites killed a member of these two brothers' families, and now they're basically on an FU tour. And they talked about how intelligent orcas are, and they have these really complex family pods.
Meow.
And basically, we could have two brothers on a Steven Seagal revenge tour against supposedly the apex predator of the ocean. That turns out they're a bunch of bitches, and they're running scared. I guess you can't find any great whites in this part of the water anymore. They've disappeared.
Are they running scared or are they smart?
Well, I think they're running scared.
Nah, I think they're smart. There's plenty of water.
But
you ain't winning that battle.
Here's the thing. That is the definition of running scared. If you have your Laurelhurst Market, right? If that's your favorite restaurant.
Well, how did they? What?
And
how are you dragging them into this?
I'm dragging you into this. You go down to Laurelhurst Market to get the beef tartare, and someone starts punching you, and you're like, well, I'm not going back
There's
anymore.
There's only one Laurelhurst Market.
Yeah, you got bullied.
The ocean is vast.
No, but they specifically hunt this area because of all the rich seals.
There's other places to hunt.
Yeah, there's other places to eat.
They're not picking it. No, there's only one Laurelhurst Market. There are plenty of places to hunt in the ocean. It's a terrible analogy. And I think the sharks are smart because they're not winning that battle. You don't want to mess with starboard and
port
butt or whatever. So, just take your losses and move on to the next seal island.
Dude, these two things are freaking nuts. I was one of the more fascinating things, and they actually dove. Anderson Cooper, he went free diving with sharks and orcas, and the orca has never once harmed a human being. All of the great whites down there have disappeared.
Oh.
There's no more great whites anymore, I guess.
No.
Do we have one of him just saying great whites?
Well, I can edit it so it just great whites.
Yeah, I think we need that.
But there's nothing, because the story is the great whites
Apparently
are dying.
they don't like the blacks. They're trying to give them back.
Put that
down
one
there have disappeared. Whites down. Well, you know what? The orcas don't like the whites. They're not a fan. But the idea that they're only eating the livers possibly out of spite and vengeance is kind of cool. Because
what if the sharks just are only plotting? They're not gone.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden 800 great white sharks show up.
Yeah.
And they eat the whales.
That would also be pretty cool. I just like the idea of you have a turf war.
Nah.
Off the coast of South Africa, and two killer whales are beating the crap out of all these sharks. And I guess the sharks obviously act independent, and the orcas do not. And so I don't know if the sharks have the ability to form complex groups, whereas the two brothers do, even with their limp fins.
All right, so we'll stick with animal news, and I'll tell you about Lady Fatou. Or maybe it's Fatou, I don't know. or Fatso. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce it. She is the world's oldest gorilla. All right. On the
Great Whites.
Doesn't quite work, does it? Can you try it again?
The Great Whites. Nah.
Wasn't there a moment where he just said, Great Whites?
I went back and looked. I didn't see it.
No.
Come on, Sue.
Sorry.
Yeah, give us better content. What's the matter with you?
I want to hear about this old bitch gorilla.
Yeah, you're gonna. Next on The Fan. Yeah, so her name is spelled Fatou, and I assume it's Lady Fatou? 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 I don't know.
Joey Fatone?
No, I don't think she was a member of NSYNC.
Yeah, see her in here.
Or was he...
Yeah, he was NSYNC.
NSYNC?
Yeah, he was the chubby NSYNC guy.
Yeah, I'm just going to go with Lady Fatou.
Yeah, let's do that.
She is a 69-year-old gorilla.
That's awesome.
And she just celebrated her birthday on Monday.
She's living in captivity, though.
Well, yeah, she's in the Berlin Zoo. And she celebrated her birthday, and she is now officially the world's oldest gorilla. Because they probably killed the oldest, the previous oldest.
They killed her off, you old bag.
She was born, so her story is this. She was born somewhere in West Africa in 1957. Chase.
It's a long time.
She arrived in Europe at the port of Marseille in 1959. So 2 years later, just a little baby monkey.
So we stole her.
Well, not a baby monkey.
we stole her and then threw her in jail.
No, she was in the luggage of a French sailor.
So he stole her.
He did. Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Is she in 1957 is a random gorilla anyone's property?
I like that you just were smuggling gorillas. That's Jody Allen type stuff.
Totally.
Just go ahead and put this baby
This was
gorilla.
a live gorilla.
Yeah. Seems problematic, but you thought you were going to get... well, look.
Times were different.
Yeah, security wasn't quite as tight back then.
So according to the Berlin Zoo, the sailor found himself unable to pay his bill at a tavern, and he gave Fatou to the landlady as payment.
Wow. You know what? If you owed a little tab, I'd take a baby gorilla.
Really?
Yeah. Dude,
How much?
You ever seen baby gorillas? Those things are adorable.
Yeah, until they rip your face off.
Well, it can't do it till it's older. Baby gorilla can't rip your face off. That's a problem for future me. Trust me, if I was a barkeep and you had like a $200 bar bill, and I'd be like, yeah, it's pretty steep. And you're like, what about this gorilla? I'd be like, done. I'd have that gorilla for at least a year or two before it got dangerous. Thing's adorable. Ride him until it rips your arms off.
From there, she soon ended up in the German capital. She is a western lowland gorilla. They don't usually live past their 40s in the wild. And even captivity, 50 is considered advanced old age.
Yeah, I looked it up. I guess they do live longer in captive because they're not getting ripped apart and they get medical care, all that stuff.
Right.
Still, I will take 35 wild years versus 60, you say 69?
Yeah, she's 69.
You know, you're 69. Like, would you, here's a question for you. Would you rather live 40 years as Isaac Robb, or would you rather live 69 years and you're literally, I mean, you're in prison, but it's a prison where they treat you nice and, you know, occasionally you get to rub uglies with another something. And,
well, and that's an obvious answer.
You taking the captive?
Well, it's an obvious, I mean, obviously I'm going the 40 years.
I mean, 40,
I'm awesome.
That's significantly, I mean, you're cutting your life almost in half.
Living in prison?
Well, it's like white collar prison. I mean, you get to do some stuff. It's not quite prison.
Here's a better, okay, let me give you a better analogy. What if, okay, so I'll give you 40 years of Jason Suchanic's life.
Yeah.
As you are, you party, you do your thing.
Doing your whole thing.
You do go through your little Mormon phase.
You're out there getting into it.
You do whatever it is you do. Okay, but I'll also give you, or you can have, not also, or 69 years. Now, they have formed a human habitat, and it's on the moon.
Yeah.
And you don't know.
That's a good one.
You don't know that it's... you're sort of being watched. It's sort of like the Truman Show.
Yeah.
You don't really understand that there's a better life for you.
Yeah.
You don't get this Jason Suchanic's memories or anything.
That's true.
You're just in that space, but you can live there for 69 years, and it's not bad.
Yeah.
They feed you.
It's not great, but it's not bad.
You can do it. Apparently she did it and had a couple kids, and they have grandbabies.
That's true. You're ignorant to what the other world is.
That's the better analogy. Which do you take? So it's a safer life. You will be unharmed.
Yeah. No one's coming to kill you.
No, but people are going to be watching you.
You do get to do it from time to time.
It's kind of I mean, like you're not traveling a lot.
No, you are not. Boy, I'll tell you what. I think there are a lot of people that would take the safe environment. The sticking point is like you don't know. You don't know what else is out there. I still think it's almost like Severance. Like you don't know any better.
Yeah.
I still think I got to take my 40 years and just, you got to live wild. But I can see the argument to the moon base.
Well, it's an extra 30 years. But at the same time,
yeah, it's
pretty mundane.
Yeah.
I mean, your day-to-day is the same.
Yeah. All day, every day.
But you're also a gorilla, so you don't really know this. You're like, all right, I can do gorilla things in here.
Well, that's the thing. I think if you were a human, you wouldn't know it. If you were born, if you were raised in that, you wouldn't know what the outside world is.
No, I know, but you still have to be able to do human things. Like, it can't be miserable for you.
Yeah.
So there's books.
Yeah.
There's, like you said, you can do it. Maybe they'll have some drinks for you. Maybe some TV.
They let gorillas get messed up.
No, but you're a human.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
maybe a treadmill.
There you go. I mean, that's essentially what it is. Like, you have little
Same
exercise equipment and... Nah, man, I don't want that.
I think I'm taking the life. I'm taking my life.
Yeah. I feel bad. Even though she's living this long, I still feel bad that she was stolen by somebody, some traveler, and she spent her whole life just in
Perhaps she was hitchhiking.
She wanted one. She wanted out.
You know, let's not blame the poor fella. He was trying to pay his
trying to pay his
bar tab. And he happened to have a monkey in his suitcase, and he
hey, you do what you got to do. We've all been there before. We're a little short on the tab,
At least
right?
he paid.
At least he paid.
I can't believe she took that.
Oh, I can.
Is there an animal like what power rank the animals you would take in exchange for a bar tab?
Red panda being number one. There's no limit to what I you could owe me thousands upon thousands of dollars, and I'd be like, done. Red panda, clearly number one. Some sort of cool owl, I would certainly take as payment. I mean, a raccoon, that goes without saying.
A raccoon?
Yeah. I mean, that's the raccoon and the red panda are essentially the same thing.
But now you got to buy stuff to
Yeah, I know.
keep it.
Yeah. If you could give me a trained owl, like, someone's like, hey, this is an owl, and like it's
It'll just live in your trees and hang out with you.
Dude.
How much for the bar tab? $500?
Way more.
What? Like a couple grand?
Yeah,
$2 grand. $2 grand bar tab. I'll give you an owl.
Yeah.
And you're letting me walk out of there?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start carrying an owl around.
That's like a Norm Peterson thing. But you have to demonstrate to me that the owl's cool. Like,
why? I don't have to do that.
I need the owl to be. I need it to be. It's not gonna fly off. Like, hey, this is like an owl. Like,
what are you gonna? If it's cool, what are you doing with it?
Just having an owl. Just have it live in my.
That's fair, yeah. I mean,
I don't
good
need.
answer.
I don't need the owl to be in my house, but I just need the owl to hang around and just like be my kick-ass owl.
I guess you'd watch it and play on Tuesday with it or something.
Yes. I'd be sitting in the backyard. I spend a lot of time in my backyard just like smoking cigars and drinking. How awesome would it be? Like, because I'll sit there and like my dog hangs out with me. And I feed him and he just hangs out. How awesome would it be if like on the back of my chair is just a kick-ass great horned owl? I'm feeding it like dead mice. It's like killing
That'd
neighbors.
actually be good. It'd be clean up the backyard.
But your drawer doesn't balance. You're $2,000 off.
That's all right. I can't get an owl. I can't pay for an owl. Like those are not, it's not a thing.
Well, I'm going to start carrying a bunch of owls around and running up bar tabs all over the city and see if I can get away with this.
You're going to be my owl guy.
Yeah. Hey, you guys seen the owl guy lately? He did it again.
He's next to the Cape guy.
When we were in Japan, I went to one, and it was kind of crappy because again they were probably all in prison. But we went to an owl cafe in Japan where, you go and you eat and you can drink, and then just as you wander around, there's just a bunch of owls. They had like 50 owls that were hanging out in there, and while I was a little scared because I was like one of these, like if these owls decided to revolt, it'd be problematic. It was freaking cool. I was like walking around with like a highball and like a panini sandwich, and I'm petting like this sweet snow owl. And I was like, dude, I would be. And what's a couple grand? Eh.
What is it? What, right, Steven? What's a couple grand?
What's a car repair?
It's like my salary, but.
Good times. You want some audio?
Yeah, give me
audio.
Give me some audio.
Let's talk about the black-white delegation. You're gonna love this one, Jason.
This is gonna be problematic.
Oh, probably. We'll play it and then we'll ask for forgiveness later. How about that? We will do that next. Here's Steven with Sports Center.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, it is playing Tuesday for the Portland Trailblazers. They're taking on the Phoenix Suns. to be the 7th seed tonight down in Phoenix. Phoenix is a 2.5-point favorite in this one. Jeremy Grant will play. He has not played for a while for the Trailblazers, but he will be in action. While for the Suns, Grayson Allen will not play in this one. Winner of the game takes on the Spurs in the first round of the playoffs. The Oregon State-Oregon baseball game in Hillsborough got canceled today. Oregon State put out a statement saying the game was canceled sadly because Oregon State pitcher Tyler Belarus was involved in an automobile accident resulting in a serious medical condition. There have been no other updates made on this situation. Oregon State basketball got a couple commits today in the portal. Fresno State wing Deshaun Gorey, he was a freshman, averaged about 14 points a game, all Mountain West honors last year. He's going to the Beavs. And Grand Canyon center Dennis Evans Jr. has committed to Oregon State as well. Evans was a top 25 recruit out of high school. NFL reporter Diana Russini has resigned from The Athletic after her and Mike Vrabel controversy. Russini said in a statement, she's resigning for now because she refuses to lend the situation further oxygen or to let it define her or her career. Former Michigan coach Sharon Moore is going to avoid jail time. Instead, he was sentenced to 18 months probation and fined just over $1,000 for his role in a relationship with a staff member and then confronting that staff member at her apartment after they had broken up. And Brewers designated hitter Christian Yelich, he is expected to miss about a month of action with an adductor strain. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the Georgia Coy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt, missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks, don't call your mom. Call Georgia Coy at warrenallen.com.
All right, a fun little exercise here from internet.
As opposed to your moon sex base?
Yeah, that was just a hypothetical. And why is it always about sex with you? It was not about sex. It was just you were caged on the moon doing human things. And you could do that for 69 years, or you could take your life for 40 years.
You know, there is someone that has had sex on the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once again, always about sex with you.
There's a good book. It's called Sex on the Moon. This was years and years ago. A guy broke in, and he broke into a safe at NASA, and he stole a bunch of moon rocks that are worth tens of millions of dollars. And he he laid him out on a bed and had sex on top of him so that he could technically say that he had sex on the moon.
Get a life, bro.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, are we counting that?
I mean,
because I'm not.
Technically, he had sex on.
To me,
yeah,
he had sex on moon rocks.
Yes.
He did not have sex on the moon. There's a very big difference.
Yes. The name of the book is called Sex on the Moon, and it is a pretty good. It's a pretty good caper book, and it's a true story.
So I want to credit George Brett Olson, I think, is who I credit here.
Okay.
And he is a comedian.
Not the George Brett.
No, George Brett Olson.
Yeah. You think he had to put in Olson because of the whole George Brett thing?
Probably.
Yeah.
Or he's doing bits with his name. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he has a new fun bit. And this is, these are cute. This is why the internet is great.
Okay.
For stupid things like this that people think of. And he is talking about the black-white delegation.
I do not know what that is.
Here is...
Is this like Chappelle's show, the racial draft?
No, it's just a bit.
Okay.
You'll get it.
Okay.
To the black delegation, are you willing to bring back perpetrating? If you bring back perpetrating because of all these perpetrators perpetrating, we're willing to bring back asshat.
Perpetrating has now been replaced by capping. The black delegates will agree to bring back perpetrating in exchange for not only asshat, but tomfoolery. We await word from the delegates of Atlanta.
Oh, yes, I'll let them know right now. Okay, the people have spoken from the Atlanta delegation. We have agreed to the terms to replace the word capping with perpetrating with one small notion that if you're 35 and under, you can continue to use the word capping or interchange the two terms. 35 and older, all the old heads, will now resume with the word perpetrating. It just feels right on the inside.
So that's the first one. And I thought that was funny because...
That is fantastic.
I use perpetrator all the time.
Do you?
Yeah, and you use asshat.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, as members of the white delegation,
yes,
we get our words back.
Now, can I ask?
Oh wait, no, they traded. Wait, we got perp back.
Yeah.
No, we got perp and asshat back in there.
I thought we were we not swapping?
Or were we swapping asshat in exchange for perp?
I thought we were swapping.
Are we gonna have to listen to again?
All
right.
To the black delegation, are you willing to bring back perpetrating? If you bring back perpetrating because of all these perpetrators perpetrating, we're willing to bring back asshat.
Perpetrating has now been replaced by capping. The black delegates will agree to bring back perpetrating in exchange for not only asshat, but tomfoolery. We await word from the delegates of Atlanta.
Oh, yes, I'll let them know right now. Okay, the people have spoken from the Atlanta delegation. We have agreed to the terms to replace the word capping with perpetrating with one small notion that if you're 35 and under, you can continue to use the word capping or interchange the two terms. 35 and older, all the old heads, will now resume with the word perpetrating. It just feels right on the inside.
I like it. Now, as a member of the white delegate, now I love 70s black exploitation flicks. They're some of my favorites. And
oh boy, you're gonna need to clip that too.
What?
It's gonna go with the rest of the stuff.
Oh, for God's sakes!
You gotta listen to what you're saying, man.
Love them. And I need the black delegates to bring back 70s slang terms. I need jive turkey to come back, and I know I can't use these, but I need the black delegate to start saying things like jive turkey, foxy mama, sucker. I need more of those to come back. Calling people cats. Like that. I miss that 70s. You can even like bring back honky. I haven't heard a good honky since George Jefferson started throwing that around.
Asshat.
I have sucka right here from some white guy on this show.
Sucka?
Yeah, it just doesn't hit the same.
Sucka?
Man. I want someone to use jive turkey in real time. Like in a real conversation. It's fantastic.
You want the second one?
Yeah.
To the black delegation, the Caucasian Caucus would like to submit for your consideration the following requests. That you encourage us to dance. That rhythm has to go somewhere. Even if it's as simple, I see you, or a, you're doing your thing. We are open to amendments. The floor is yours.
Black delegation here. We do see that request on the encouragement tip. And as an order of business, we are requesting that you, as soon as you can afford it, please return to the garages to start up some music bands because we are in very much need of those. We have not had them in a long time, and we definitely need a new Nirvana, and we need another Hoobastank. So please get back to that. as an order of business as soon as possible, and we can ratify this order by end of business today. Thank you. Black delegation.
Aren't those great? I love it. And by the way, the best line in there is, as soon as you can afford it. Get back into the garage.
Dude, why can't we get the blacks and the whites to get this is good. We need this sort of dialogue.
This
back
is the
and
way
forth.
it should be done.
This is the way it should be done.
Well, that's from George Brett Olson on Instagram. He's great.
Ooh, the stank. And yes, it would be nice if you encouraged us to dance every now and then, because it does feel good. It feels good when a guy that can actually dance and has some rhythm gives you one of those, hey, doing your thing.
That's right.
Like that positive.
Apparently they don't like the blacks. They're trying to give them back.
As a member of the white delegate, now I love 70s black exploitation flicks. They're some of my favorites. There's nothing wrong with that.
I think if you clipped it to just say, I love 70s black exploitation pics. Is that what you said?
Yeah, black exploitation pics.
Flicks, right?
Now, I love 70s black exploitation flicks. They're some of my favorites. They're great films. Shaft, Foxy Brown, Superfly.
I don't know. I'm trying to make a decision here.
I don't know about it.
I don't know about it.
I feel like we're reaching. We tried too hard, I think, today with getting Sook. The whole Hitler shirt threw us off.
Yeah.
Boy, you know how many people are driving off the road right now that have no idea what you're talking about?
True.
And are terrified?
But I'll agree with Sook. When I was in college, we had a pro-am that we would play in, and it was at Jefferson High School, so there'd be a lot of black guys around the community, old people that would go there and watch. I never felt any better when I had a good game, and they're like, "Hey, good job, young fella."
Right?
I'm like, dude, yeah, thank you. I know I played well when you're getting respect from some 70-year-old guy.
Dude, you find
And what would he say to you?
He'd say, "Good job, young fella."
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'd say.
You find a dude, like a black guy that is from the 70s, and that guy still has the fedora on. He's still fly. That's the coolest guy ever. You run into that guy, you're like, you're just in awe. You're like, you're the coolest guy.
It's like Gary Campbell.
Yes.
And Ron Washington.
You're amen to that. They're wearing a double-breasted three-piece suit. We need more. Sideburns are involved. Ron Washington's rocking a mustache with the side hair. We need more of that. Where's Richard Roundtree when I need him?
We got to go.
I think he's dead.
I want to play you this other thing, but I don't think we'll have time. Will we have time? I don't know if we will. Maybe. Tune in to find out. Next on The Fan.
view from here.
So the last bit of audio on the radio I have for you is Hank Williams Jr.
Okay.
You remember that old bastard?
I do remember that old bastard.
Well, this is how drunk that guy was.
Yeah.
This is from like the 90s.
Yeah, I think Hank likes to tie one on. I will say, I went through a period where I liked old Hank, and then he kind of became, he probably just got honest. But yeah, recent years, Hank's a bit much for me. But like 70s and 80s Hank, I can get on board with.
Yeah, so I saw him when he came through Portland. I mean, it was probably been 5-6 years now.
Yeah.
Maybe, well, it was pre-COVID, so it was probably 7 or 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just as bad. Well, he wasn't as bad as what you're going to hear here, but he was awful.
It was rough.
Oh, he just stumbles around the stage. He clearly doesn't give a rip.
Yeah.
And he can't sing. So
well, he's got to be in his like mid-70s, doesn't he?
Isn't he dead?
Hank Williams Jr.? No.
Not dead?
No.
Oh, I thought he was dead.
Nope. He's 76.
Wow.
Soon to be 77.
Hopefully he's not touring. So I'm going to play a little bit of this for you. We have the whole song here, see if we can get it all in. But this is family tradition, his big song.
He is touring. He's in Beaver Dam, Kentucky.
Oh, God. I can't imagine how bad that show is.
Yeah. I mean, Family Tradition is a great tune.
Oh, it is a great tune. But tell me if it's a great tune.
Yeah, boy.
Hearing him sing it this way.
Country music singer, always been a real close down.
Oh my God!
Lately,
this is like Kansas City in the 90s.
Folks, on some other boys and me. I guess it's because Lord, I changed my direction. Lord, I guess I went and broke the family tradition.
Hey, got that part.
Yeah. That's about it.
Why do you drink?
Get drunk.
Why do you roll smoke?
To get high.
Stoned.
Oh, yeah.
Why must you live out the song?
God.
Yeah.
Just wait.
Worse.
Here we go.
He's the
I want to make my prediction. 38-26. Well, if I get stoned out of the 5-time entertainer of the year, baby, that's the Monday Night Football tradition of your ass tradition.
What?
What's happening?
What is happening?
That's rough.
Of your ass tradition?
Yeah, I don't know. Some dude's back there on the steel guitar, just like,
oh boy, I'm just gonna do my part.
Just keep playing.
Can't do anything about it.
Yowzers.
Yeah, just wait. He
keeps going.
There's
huh?
more. Yeah.
Hey. Sounds good, man.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. I don't know what Hank's doing right now.
My guess is stumbling around. That'd be my guess.
Having a nip.
Good point. Maybe a smoke.
Some ladies, I have loved Jim Beam.
Bet you have.
Clearly.
They both tried to kill me. And I tell this dream.
God.
When that doctor asked me, how'd you get in this condition? I said, hey, you're not impressing me. Why don't you turn all the way? I don't know about them, but I don't really give a about all that Wait. Country music.
Oh no.
Always been a real
Back to the beginning.
Back to
family slings.
Wow.
Yeah. Most of my family men.
What's happening?
Well,
I guess it's because I kind of changed my direction. Lord, Garth, Hank Jr., I just love your. It's a family, I bet you would, ass.
Wow.
Have you ever heard anything
No.
like this? This is live.
This is
He's just
stunning.
yelling at everyone.
Wow.
Being very derogatory too.
Awful.
Must you live at Leonard Skinner? Oh, son of you.
What the hell? Is it mercifully ending?
I don't know.
Stick it up your family tradition.
Stick it up your family.
I sit Sloan and sang it all night long. Yeah, I'm the good old boy with a hat and the glasses and a family tradition. You.
Wow.
So there he told everyone to F off, and now he's leaving. I think.
Good Lord.
And they're loving it. You hear him out there like, yeah, Hank!
Feeling it. Yeah, that needs to mercifully end.
I think he's done singing.
That's-
I feel like he's walking off right now.
I'm sure he's just stumbling around.
Or, yeah, not really walking.
I've never seen someone be this bad.
Yeah, no, that's
an all-timer.
That's the worst I've ever heard anyone on
Yes.
stage.
Yeah.
And apparently at this show, they stopped it.
They stopped it. Yeah. That's
no,
one
I
of
don't.
the-
He doesn't start with family tradition. I assume he plays that later in the show.
I would assume.
But
Yeah, I've
they,
never seen Hank live, and
you don't need to.
You probably don't need to at that point. Yikes! Yeah. I feel better about my Bob Dylan hatred because as bad as Bob Dylan was, he wasn't
At least
bad.
he wasn't. Was it because he was housed, or he just isn't any good anymore?
He's just not good anymore, and he's mumbled, and I don't think he was drunk.
Well, he might have been wasted. Though.
It's possible.
Oh,
I don't even know what to make of that.
Isn't that wild?
Can you imagine being in you paid money for that, and then giving you a refund? I'll tell you that much. Old Hank.
All right, everybody have a great night. Okay, we'll leave you with that.
Playing Tuesday.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Blazers about ready to tip.
This Heat Charlotte game, by the way, is awesome.
Who's winning?
Heat are up 112, 111 with like 16 seconds. No Bam. He's been out for the whole game, basically.
Really?
Yeah.
And the Hornets getting spolstered, man.
The
Right
Heat
there.
and the LA Fitness 4 are dumped.
Yeah, a bunch of people you have. Norman Powell.
Wow. Everybody have a great night. We're back tomorrow, 3 to 7 a fan. Good night.